Hello and welcome to the March to GaryCon, brought to you by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. My name's Luke Gygax, and I'm the host of the March to GaryCon, as well as the founder of GaryCon. Thank you all very much for joining us today. I'm really excited about the March to GaryCon. We're going to be bringing you new content each Saturday in March leading up to GaryCon. And every Saturday, it'll follow the same format. We'll have TikTok Rick painting some Epic Encounters minis, which you just got done watching, followed by two D&D games. The first D&D game will be a one-shot, and the second game will be Jason Charles Miller running a special three-part series, Search for Gaxmore. So I'm very happy about that. We went over it, and I think it's going to be very entertaining. But Rick, we just got done watching Rick, aka Tabletop Santa, painting this beautiful Hydra from my friends at Steamforged Games and their Epic Encounters box. So he'll be coming back and continuing to paint more minis each day, each Saturday morning. And if you are interested in seeing more of Rick and more GaryCon content, you can go to our GaryCon official TikTok and go ahead and follow us there. We're just getting that off the ground. I'm going to have to learn how to do TikTok as well. So what do we have coming up next? We've got Thor Knai running Trials of the Flaming Sword. So that should be pretty exciting. You know what? I forgot to tell you, this is the March to GaryCon. When is GaryCon? Well, GaryCon is March 25th to 28th. And this year it's 100% virtual due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We can't gather in Lake Geneva as we usually do. So wherever you are in the world, you can go ahead and sign up, get a badge, and sign up for events. Registration will start next week. So there's still time to get a badge. We have over 800 events, so there is just a ton to choose from. So if you want to grab a badge, go to play.garycon.com, and you can buy your badge there. Every badge comes with just a ton of perks. We have 3 months free Fantasy Grounds VTT, as well as 7 days Tabletopia, their highest level, also included with every single badge purchase. And our friends at Frog God Games have thrown in $20 of virtual swag for every single badge. So you're going to be taking home at least twice as much as you spent on any badge you get at GaryCon. There's just tons of perks and goodies. All right, so, Trials of the Flaming Sword. So Thor is going to be leading that adventure with Kyle Newman and a bunch of other LA D&D Society folks. And we are going to be doing a giveaway during that as well for a Gaxmore Mega Pack from our friends at Trollord Games. So make sure to stay tuned for your chance to get your hands on the Gaxmore 5e version in PDF, as well as a whole bunch of extras that went along with that Kickstarter. If you're not familiar with Gaxmore, that's a module that it's a city, it's a module that my brother Ernie and I created together back in 2000 or 2001, and we ran that at the Game Guild, which was the hobby shop owned by Margaret Weiss in Lake Geneva. My brother was managing it, and we kind of co-wrote, and I DM'd the original adventure, which was a ton of fun. So this 5th edition version has been refreshed. We've added encounters, NPCs, and all sorts of extra goodies from a ton of guest contributors. So make sure that you make sure to stay tuned and get your chance to win that. If you want to buy it, you can go to DriveThruRPG or Trollord website and go ahead and pick it up there. After Thor, we'll be doing a very special Luke's Lounge today for all the Elemental badges. All the guys and girls who purchased Elemental badges will be able to join me and talk for about 40 minutes between the games. And then once we wrap that up, we go to part 1 of Search for Gaxmore, where Jason Charles Miller and an all-star cast will be going through a 3-part adventure on a mission from the Wizard Evander. And I don't want to give away too much, but this is going to be a really, really fun adventure. I am pretty excited that we got it up. But anyway, enough of me. Let's get to the good stuff. Grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy the game.
Live. picking.
Yeah, no, I hear you're doing a bunch of follow-ups, right? For like either or both. Two more, two more things are on the immediate horizon. Not bad.
All right, so today we are in the Forgotten Realms. We are on the Sword Coast. We are in a small town, nameless small town, or at least we came from a nameless small town outside of Baldur's Gate. And the party that we have with us today, I guess we should have introduced our characters as well. I'll do this, and then you guys can tell us a tiny bit about your characters as well. So you are a bunch of local adventurers, and you've had at a little tiny town outside of whatever suburbs, deep suburbs, or out in frontiers, but close to Baldur's Gate ish. You never actually been there. Like it's the kind of thing where like that's the big city, and you guys have never quite been there, but you've heard of it. Maybe traveled there once in your childhood. It's this exciting, big, huge place. But you guys are not small fry either. You think, at least, you have had some success locally with dealing with some bandits, and you sort of have this semi folk hero status at home in like the nearby villages because you were successful in this endeavor. And what has happened is, and what the basis of this adventure is, that you received a mysterious letter from some nameless person, but it was specifically addressed to you guys, delivered by a horse messenger, all official looking. That's almost never comes to your town. So you were excited, and it read as follows: "Greetings, dear heroes. Congratulations. Your recent successes have not gone unnoticed. Consider me an interested party. No doubt you've heard of the growing spectacle surrounding the annual Trials of the Flaming Sword, held on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate. Perhaps you've even dreamed of attending yourselves, and if so, this is your lucky day. Truth be told, I found myself in a rather precarious situation. The group I had hired to represent my interests have suffered a mishap, and thus I found myself without the proverbial horse in a race I very much need to win. Included within, you should find enough gold to make your journey to the city comfortable, and enough, I sincerely hope, to retain your services. I can promise you 10 times this amount should you succeed in your task. You must make your way to the festival grounds outside of Baldur's Gate and show the included seal to Templar Falgar. He will take it from there. I regret that I cannot meet you in person, nor can I share any further details until after your triumph. Know that your efforts in this matter are of the utmost importance to me, and even more so to my dearest companion, Bubbles. Make haste, heroes, and may Tempest guide you." Read the letter. So the heroes we have today then is Kyle. Who are you playing?
I am Sogomo Scruggs. I'm a wily 7 foot tall bugbear samurai. Um, I have a oversized sword. I lean on it a lot. My hygiene's not as immaculate as everyone else. Maybe I have fleas buzzing about. A little bit ornery, but I feel the pull to duty. Um, I'm not a defector from the Bugbear Army. My specific uh, patrol of soldiers, I'm the only one who lived a vicious attack, and then I rethought my way in life, being left alone out in the wilds, and I worship both Grand Cool and Chang Chang.
Very in depth.
So
Love it.
yeah,
Great. So we have a bugbear samurai fighter, an outcast of sorts who has taken up residence in this town outside of Baldur's Gate. What about you, Adam?
I am Deep Forge Beta. I play a Warforged artificer in the image of my creator, who's abandoned me. So I look like a gnome, even though I'm a Warforged. And I want to replace him. I seek to emulate and replace him. Hopefully, he's left to travel the plains, so I'm all that's left.
She's trying to create the superior version of him.
But
Yeah,
I feel that with enough iterations, I will eventually be better than him.
solid.
I think honestly, all metallic creations are better than their originals. So
Yeah, I don't have to eat except maybe fuel.
Yeah.
But yes, Josh.
I am playing Cesar Chavez. He was just an ordinary Triton soldier until he realized his divine purpose that imbued him with invincibility, of course.
Of course.
So he's quite cocky and quite convinced of this, and just more than happy to always represent his patron, the Dolphin Prince.
The Dolphin Prince. I like it. So for some reason, you have, let's say, traveled really far upriver, and you've made your way to this town. What about you, George?
I'm playing Calamite, the Black Dragonborn Warlock. So he was a grifter, just kind of goes from town to town trying to make as much coin as he can before the identity he's using gets all used up, and he has debts with too many people, and he gets out of town. And on one of these trips, his ship sank, and he went down to the bottom, and there were these many unknown writhing horrors down there at the bottom of the sea, and one of them saw something that he could be of use for. And so now he's come back to the surface, and eventually the seas will rise, but until then he's serving this writhing horror as a warlock, and he sees to make a name for himself and make as much money as he can.
That's great. We have a lot of ambitious adventurers who somehow got mixed up in a small town adventure, and then obviously from there, here we are. So the amount of gold is however much you guys need to feel compelled to actually go and participate. And we're going to get 10 times that if we actually
50,000.
1 million.
How much is a rod of lordly might?
Yeah,
Just
so right along the
checking.
line, yeah. Or a robe of the Archmagi. And then, so it's a lot of money, especially for you. So whatever your goals are, okay, you're definitely going to have to try this. Plus, you have heard of these trials of the flaming sword, and it's really this, every year this flaming sword appears outside of one of the cities on the Sword Coast, and this year it's Baldur's Gate, and it's become this huge thing because the people who approach it get teleported to some sort of demiplane or just somewhere else, and they face all these crazy trials. And they're also facing off against other people who are participating in the same trials. And one of the participating parties will sort of emerge victorious, no matter what horrible trials or puzzles or combat and battle took place inside this demiplane. When you're done, you come out, and one of the parties is crowned the victor. And it's become this huge sort of almost sporting event, almost the adventuring Super Bowl, if you will. So you guys are kind of both a little bit in over your head, but you're all clearly very ambitious and feel like you're going to be awesome at this. And you have traveled to Baldur's Gate, and the music we have in the background here is a little bit of the festival going on. We'll turn it up now that we're done with the introductions here. So there's a fair. There's a huge fairgrounds outside of the city walls, close to Little Calamshan, which is a sort of a suburb of Baldur's Gate. And there is music playing. There is a bunch of street vendors. There's all kinds of people from basically all over the Sword Coast and Amn and all the surrounding countries and areas who've come to either watch or bet on or participate or just make money or commerce in any sort of way surrounding this big event. And you have made your way to the fairgrounds, and although you don't exactly know what this Templar Falgar will look like, it's kind of an easy thing to see, because there's, I wouldn't say a sign up for this because that's not quite how it works, but there's definitely a Tempest, a group of clerics and Knights of Tempest or Templars of Tempest who have set up this sort of almost Knights Talion, area where you do in fact sort of announce that you're there and you're going to participate. You pay the fees. You have to prove yourself. There's this whole debacle as to how can you get to compete now, because these Templars of Tempest, being that this has been a flaming sword, they've taken over the whole event and decided that this is a religious thing, and they should be in charge of it all and profit from it, and also, you know, recruit from it and all that stuff. So it's clear that these are the Templars you're meant to talk to. Which one's Falgar is not clear, but you can, you know, you can just sort of go up there and introduce yourselves. And you're not sure about what this seal you were given with the parcel and the letter you received is supposed to do. But generally, it's sort of an arduous, not automatic process to be let into these trials. So what do you do?
What do we know about Templar? Anything? I mean, Falgar?
I mean, it's clear they're throwing a parade for my arrival, so we should go make an entrance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no one seems to be cheering specifically on you yet, so that must be remedied, right?
Nonsense. Yeah, they just don't recognize me. I did something different with my scales.
It's clearly the hair.
Okay, I would like to walk up to the nearest Templar.
All right, while he's doing that, are you guys doing something else? Are you coming with him? What's the deal with the rest of you?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout at the top of my lungs. I'm just gonna shout, Falgar!
As Caesar would.
That's one way to do it.
Cut right to the chase.
Fair enough. So as you bellow his name at the top of your lungs, and Caesar is walking, striding confidently up toward this Templar booth, one of them clearly looks up, and he's this big, fully plate-mailed gentleman, clearly in his 50s. He's got the battle scars. He's got the gray beard. He's seen it all. He's someone in that order, of course.
Is he a dirty human? I mean, a human?
He is a dirty human, and you are surrounded by dirty humans. Okay. So you might be uncomfortable here. And they're making a little bit of a berth around you because of your flies and your fleas, but not so much. It is a festival, and it's dirty times. Half the people here are probably not entirely sober, also. So yeah, you can walk up to Falgar. Yes.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Falgar. Are you Falgar, sir?
I am Templar Falgar to you. Thank you. What brings you here? Have you come to test yourselves?
Yes, we were told of a trial that would allow us to display our splendor. And I am Porfido Juarez, so I would love to participate. You would be honored to have me.
Would I? Well, indeed. You may prove your mettle, but it's not as easy as that. Do you have the application and the paperwork? Do you have proof of your heroics, perhaps, to show that you're worthy of this trial of Tempest?
Have you not heard of me?
Caesar Waves?
Juarez, please.
And
my wonderful compatriots here, we are known as Caesar's pleasers, but they are all wonderful warriors as well.
Right. Well, I'm still going to need some of that paperwork. And you must prove yourself. You must have some sort of token of your heroics to show that you are worthy of the trial. You were given...
I believe we have a writ.
A seal. Yeah, you were given a seal to give to Falgar, and that was going to take care of everything.
Give him the word thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Give the man the people papers.
Yeah. So there's no papers or anything. You just have this strange looking seal.
Pulled out of my compartment. My body.
We'd store it in Karth.
It was stored in Karth.
Open compartment.
So Karth pulls out the open compartment. Yeah. And hand him the token.
I think this is what you need.
Seal this was. He takes it and he's like, "Is this genuine?" Huh.
No, I just fabricated it now.
Did you really?
No. Who's giving it to us? I don't have those skills yet.
And he sort of gives it to one of the Templars behind him, and they're all like hushed voices and blah blah. Like this is some sort of like
we just give up something
VIP.
valuable.
It's not the thing. The thing isn't necessarily that valuable, but it seemed that the feeling you're getting is this is sort of like fast track Disney Pass VIP Club 23 sort of invite, and they're almost like talking amongst themselves, and then all of us, and then after a little bit, Falgar, seemingly convinced that this is genuine, kind of turns back, and this like very hardcore man is kind all of a sudden he's like, well, I'm sorry to have I did not recognize you immediately. Of course, you are cleared and welcome.
No worries.
He-
good sir.
you're-
It is refreshing to meet someone with whom my reputation does not precede me. So I enjoy it. Thank you.
Indeed. Please, your lodgings while you wait for the trial. And he sort of shows you towards a squire in like a flaming sword tunic, standing over there, being a little bit nervous. Please follow me, gentlemen. Do you guys follow him?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd
Alright.
follow. I'd want to
I
ask
get on
him.
my
I'd say,
trusty battle dog.
I'd ask what the rules are of this thing. I understand there's a competition. There must be rules.
You go in and you go out. You come out if you're lucky. These are the rules.
Are we allowed
Now,
to bring
please.
anything we want in?
Yes. Whatever equipment you need for this trial or you think is worthy of you, of course, you may bring. And then, yeah, you have motions for you to follow the squire, the servant. So you follow him. You get to this. It's almost like this setup, like VIP tent area where you get to like hang out for a second. And there's no one else there, but there's like bottles set up on the table. And there's like a snack bar in the back. It's clearly like the high-end package or whatever this is. You now have. And the squire, as he leads you through sort of the throng to get to this more VIP area, through like obviously the rope thing, that's a thing. And he sort of shows you that there are some booths of like street vendors and things that you can maybe spend your money on if you want. But then you guys don't actually have the level of money that you now seem to be perceived to have. So there's really not that much you can afford to buy. Like the money that you got for the retainer is about, let's call it 200 gold. So you could try to go spend that if you wanted, but generally it's probably in the pricier range of things. So you're led to the VIP tent. The servant sort of stays there, even though there's only the tent except for you guys. He sort of he stands outside, just outside the tent, and he's kind of just like waiting there for whatever you guys might need. And that's it. You're told nothing. But you noted that he did write down Caesar's pleasers in some sort of ledger when you did the thing. You talked to him. All right. So any preparations? You get the feeling that like you can see in the distance before you get into the Tentasaurus, not super far away, but like out in the field with like it's almost fenced off, hangs this massive flaming, extremely magical looking sword. It's just like several stories tall, wreathed in flame. Like it's the Eye of Sauron, but like a sword, clearly. But that level of like spectacular size and awesomeness. And obviously there's a cleared area sort of around it, and then there's tons of people around there, and all the street vendors immediately, as far as they're allowed to go, pushing in. And your tents are sort of to one side that's been roped off, of course. But
I'm from a long line of fighters. Is there anything I would know through just bugbear history that this happened before, or is this something that may be steeped in lore?
So this has been going on for several years, and it only happens around summer solstice, and it only happens for about 10 days because the sword appears, does this thing for a little while, and then disappears. So the first few years, it was like, what's going on? But then the next few years, this thing just grew exponentially and became this huge thing, and the Templars of Tempest claimed it, and now it's this
it only
massive
appears
spectacle.
here.
So,
It only appears here in the Forgotten Realms.
That part you wouldn't necessarily know, but for once a year during the Forgotten Realms or summer solstice, it does appear here. It could be going if there's some sort of traveling artifact. That's hard to know, but it could be.
But there's no one
elsewhere.
saying it's also happening in other cities nearby. It seems to be.
It seems to shift cities every year. So it was Neverwinter, Waterdeep. This time it's Baldur's Gate, which you guys are very, very excited about because you're nearby. But obviously there was like the chances of you being able to go participate were low. but here you are, and
Yeah.
it feels pretty grand and appropriate. If you're Caesar, this is exactly what you would expect.
Is there a couch
After
in the living room?
one success against one group of bandits, this is totally on par. And of course, Karth, you know this, you know what this is, and being whatever you don't know about this battle realm or the other dimension, is, but you are excited that you can find either maybe cool things that will help you, you know, make yourself a better version of yourself, or just prove that you're better than.
I mean, it's the ultimate competition. Hopefully,
it is somewhat akin to what would be the ultimate competition here.
I know
in
that
this
Karth
world.
Deforge Alpha never fought in this, or was never
He
in this.
never fought in this.
He never made it in. He was never even invited. So
He
I'm
was
already
never
a little
even
better than him.
invited. You're totally, as far as you know, you've already way superseded your creator. All right. So do you guys, is there anything you want to do to sort of prepare yourselves? No one told you like when something was going to happen.
Is there a couch?
Yeah.
I would love
not
to
a
lay on
couch so much as like beautiful cushions and even like a hookah set up. And it's like, it's really, it's nice. And this little Kalimshan has really flavored the sort of event this year, because the sword appeared right outside of the little Kalimshan area.
I would love to land on some pillows, and I've blown smoke for ring bubbles, but never smoked rings. So I'd like to try that.
Yeah. The bubbles are fun, but the rings are also cool. So you're gelling.
Can we talk about a strategy?
Right. I was gonna say there doesn't seem to be any real rules to this. We go in, we come out. So we should take every opportunity to.
Those are the most dangerous encounters.
We should take every opportunity and see what kind of advantages we can have before we even get there. I mean, we can get potions or any kind of tools to use might be beneficial.
There are definitely.
You guys sound afraid. You're showing fleshy weakness. This is ridiculous. We'll be fine.
Fleshy weakness.
Yeah, I'm not particularly afraid of flames nor thorns, so we should be fine.
There is the rumors you've heard of this, because obviously this is something that people started talking about a lot. Rumors are like of what actually happened, well, at least for the last couple of years, because there's been scrying pools now sort of showing this, especially for the high-paying clientele and lords and whatever, have been able to actually witness, and they managed to scry on the events themselves. And this is the first year where like there's been set up a proper scrying pool, like a big one where the crowd can watch. So all the things that are happening before this year are kind of like shrouded in mystery, but it seems like there will be a set of challenges that are specific to each version of this trial, and that you won't know what exactly you're facing when you go in, and that you have to figure out how this works and how you can sort of take victory away from the other party that's also likely going to be there. Sometimes there's been more than one party, and sometimes the sizes of the parties vary. But you generally it's one against the other, and there's some sort of set of trials you have to figure out to win. And when you come back, you do know this. You know that you are probably not going to die in there, and probably is the rumor. People who have gone in who have been slain sort of in there are come out exhausted and bloodied, but they are not dead.
Caesar is not worried about dying, nor should any of you.
That said, not everyone who went in came out. So it's a little bit of a mystery as to what actually happens and what is actually going on.
Want to know what kind of abilities Caesar has and Karth? We've fought before.
I have been gifted divine healing by Deep Seychelles, the Dolphin Prince.
Yes.
I can also fix you with my mending bots.
Wait. What's the Dolphin's Prince? What's the name of the Dolphin Prince?
Deep Seychelles. He's actually like a Lord of the Undersea. He's like a chaotic good god.
That's like a real thing.
That's a real thing. The Dolphin Prince is definitely his name.
That's awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, so you have fought before because together before. You have a little bit of equation.
Just refreshing
this other, yeah. So he's
so I'll sit and wait just by sharpening my blade to get it as perfectly manicured.
So we got a deep warlock. We got a sun soul. No, what is it?
Divine cleric, fathomless warlock, artificer, and then samurai fighter.
Divine Soul.
Yeah, and
Stone.
I
Falcor,
also
battle dog.
preload my
Falcor, your
Preloading my
battle dog.
crossbow.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that a
Battle
mini
dog.
I should totally have had?
Yeah, I mentioned it, but it's okay. We'll be
You
fine
did
without it.
mention it. We'll have to find Falcor the battle dog. Well, that's cool. All right. So as you sit here, sort of chilling, I guess, unless you're doing
Well,
something else.
I was gonna say, I feel like we should try to get our front line something to boost themselves up. Maybe potions of healing, potions of haste, things of those sort. Something we might be able
So yeah,
to
you
procure.
have this guy. He's just kind of standing there, waiting
I'd
for your
snap my
specific
fingers and
questions.
say, "You come here.
Yes, my lord.
I would like to do some shopping."
Oh yes, of course.
Do you-
I can get you anything anything that's available for sale.
A potion of haste for the samurai here,
Okay.
and 2 potions of healing.
2 potions of healing. I'm sorry, but I don't have the funds to put that on credit.
You can't put it on our account. We are
No.
VIPs, as you know.
Yes, of course. I don't have enough letters of credit with me to cover such expense. Maybe the healing potions, but the potion of haste. That's a high-end, pricey item. I can cover up to 200 gold, perhaps, in services.
Very well. 200 gold is enough for that. Anything else we need? Just asking the group. Potions of healing, just in case we go down. Do we need potion of haste for the fighter? I mean, if we probably can't get it, but anything else?
I mean, like we don't even need the like. Most of us have healing. Like 2 of us have healing. So
All right. Well, I'll take a potion of healing then
So-
for myself, just in case.
So yeah, haste.
So
would be
1 potion of
ideal.
healing.
I mean,
yes.
I have mending. I'm gonna mend myself instead.
Fair enough. All right, so 1 potion of
We
healing
should,
is what you
we should
order.
have-
I mean, would price-wise for potion of haste, is that out of the 200 price range?
It's out of the 200, especially he says.
Right.
But you have some gold as well, and
Right.
apparently 200 gold worth of credit on your VIP booth.
Yeah, I'm gonna run that up. That's why, like, I get as much as I can right now.
Okay, well, let's try and get at least 1 healing and a potion of haste, and if we can contribute some more gold. then we
Yeah, if you
should.
can give him the 200, that might be enough.
I have
Calamate.
20 gold.
Yeah, I have
Well,
15.
you have the 200 that he gave you, right? That you got.
Oh, so that was given to
container for
beforehand.
this?
Okay, so for that 200.
Yeah. So you have that. Yeah. So you can give him the
So-
additional 200 to make the ceiling about 400, and then he might be able to go get it. So if you
So
give
see
him
what he
that,
can do. Give him
Yeah.
all that, and let's see if we can get 2
Um,
healings and a haste.
all right.
Drop a little
I'll
bag
be-
in his hand and send him on his
I'll
way.
be back. Lickety split, and he kind of hustles out, runs away, and just as he's left, like 30 seconds later, it's like as the sort of whole event bursts into this sort of coliseum level of excitement, and this you can see, like, in front of this giant flaming sword on some sort of like a podium set up, there's this giant Templar guy. It's not a Falgar, it's some other sort of clearly higher ranking guy who's, let himself go in the last few years. He's clearly kind of maybe retired, but he's got that gladiator announcer voice, and he announces that the next sort of round is about to commence, and that the fighters or the trial participants the trial seekers should get ready and show at the podium immediately, please. And he's calling out, what is it? It was Caesar's pleasers. Yeah. May Caesar's pleasers make their way to the podium, please.
it is time, my friends. Let us claim our victory. And I would like to approach Sagomo, and I would like to give you a small silver ring and place it in, put it in your hand and be like, the Dolphin Prince shall protect you as well. We have nothing to fear. And then I slip one that matches onto my own finger.
Nice. You shall be met on the field of battle under the gaze of the great Lord Tempest, the god of battles. You shall meet the bastards. And then another group of clearly hardcore people, you can sort of see them in the din making their way out. And you guys are obviously, I'm hoping, walking to meet.
My eyes are
So the
looking
guy
for
is
this
not
guy.
back.
The whole I'm well aware.
The
I'm
dude
watching,
is
like,
just not here yet.
furious.
Yeah. So like right as you kind of make your way out of the crowd and out towards the podium, Calamite, you're just like, where the hell is this guy? And finally, like right before you sort of are pushed through the guards or whatever who are like guarding this whole sort of area where the podium is and all those people, you're pushed through the gate there. The guy just like runs over and slips. This is all I could find, Lord. I'm so sorry. I failed you. And it's clearly there's 2 potions in there.
Okay.
But they are not they both look like they're potions of healing. It is probably
Okay.
not the potion paste.
I'll just give him a staring look, like I'll deal with him after this.
Yeah,
Keep
fair
going.
enough. So across on the other side, you can sort of get a good look finally against who you're up on the other team, and you are seeing it's a very charismatic looking, heavily armored, greatsword wielding elf. There is a literal centaur with also massive greatsword and a horrific looking like longbow. There is a woman who is some sort of wood elf, but she's fully like gothed out and clearly looking like a little bit of a warlock. You would know that, Calamite, seeing her. Not the same patron, but she seems very sort of noble and wild at the same time. And the final one is a large Minotaur with like golden fur and a big great axe as well. So you're dealing with some pretty hardcore sort of frontline guys with a centaur with a longbow in the back and possibly probably a caster of some sort, a warlock or something of that type. So you know that going in. And they announce the names of the people as you go in. First, they announce all your names. Koth Deep Forge Beta. A little bit of the crowd. Tsugomo Scruggs. Spark fireworks. Tsugomo Scruggs. And you obviously walk over there and then it's Calamite.
And then it's Mage Armor, Summon Pact Blade, which is a longsword, a black obsidian longsword. So just gearing up, ready to go.
Looks very cool. Hold on, let me put on some Colosseum level excitement here. Maybe.
Josh, when I put that ring on, does it do something?
It will allow me to cast a spell that basically lets me take half your damage for you.
I think you have to cast it first.
Okay, cool.
I will have to cast it.
I think you have to cast it
finally,
don't you?
Cesar Juarez. And on the other side, he's announcing Priscilla of Dragon Spear, Golden Fields, and that big guy walks up with the big Minotaur guy, Sul Streak, and the elven sort of paladin-looking character moves up, and finally, Filgar. And that's the centaur with the bow. And then, as you guys are sort of standing there ready, and there's like these Templars with crossed halberds, of course. And as soon as he like, let the trial commence, they open up basically open it up for you guys, and you are just ushered in towards this massive, gigantic flaming sword. You can almost feel the heat coming off of it, even at this distance, as you are told to march, to go in and begin. Any antics here, or are you just marching in, doing the thing?
Hand off the second, the healing potions, and I'd hand one to you, Tsugomo. Now we all have a way to heal at least.
Yep.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna fasten that to my left hip.
Yep. All right, you guys kind of wander up, and then just the Filgar, the centaur, runs up and charges this thing out into the field, and the golden fields, the giant Minotaur, kind of like gallops after him, canters after him, and then as soon as they get close to this massive thing, they're just sort of whisked away. And you realize you might be at a disadvantage here unless you also get to the thing.
Oh,
Like if they're starting before you, kind of thing.
Well, we're not going to
hurry.
So
Yeah,
you kind of hurry. Yeah.
We'll run.
I'm
Yeah,
not
fair
my
enough.
dog.
Everyone runs
go
in.
full speed.
yeah, I know to
All
stay
right,
behind Karth. I've learned how to survive in battle. Stay
Fair
behind him.
enough. And with that, you run towards the heat coming off of this sword becomes more and more until it's almost unbearable, and then whoosh, there's sort of a white out sensation. And when you come back, there's no Colosseum, there's no fair, there's no fun Kalimshan music. It is instead very hot, and it's just sand sort of everywhere, and everywhere that you can see, and they're in front of you. You're kind of standing on this. In fact, we'll just move you guys over so you can see. You're suddenly standing on a slight sort of hill overlooking a valley of sorts, and it all looks like ancient ruins in a sort of a desert landscape, with partially fallen walls that seem to be outlining the sort of temple that was in the center, with a dried out sort of fountain that you can sort of tell is there over the walls that are partially broken down and old and sand swept. And you're standing behind this wall right here, of course, but you can sort of see around and above into this valley to sort of get this outlook. We don't have any fancy dynamic lighting, because we want everyone to be able to see what's going on. You don't quite see on the other, actually you do probably see on the other side here, the people you saw on the other side, obviously the bastards, if you will, minus this guy. The four of them are there, and you can already see that the centaur who entered first has moved, is galloping down. As you can see, the trail in the sand he's sort of galloping down into this valley already. And in addition to this, you see inside the temple on both sides are two massive stone sort of guardian warrior things with like huge shields, as you can see on the sort of the map here. Huge shields and swords. They're standing there motionless, looking at each other. And at four different places around the map, around the little valley, you can see up against sort of the walls of the valley and the cliff, you see these large obelisks, and right next to them they're standing at attention, stand what looked like undead, almost Egyptian sort of undead guards with, the khopesh and the weird Egyptian swords and like the bronze armors. And they're standing there motionless, and they've clearly stood there for 1,000 years. They're like barely, and they almost look like they were mummified before they were planted there, but they're now standing in pairs right next to these obelisks. And the first one seems to be pretty close. And right now they're motionless, just standing there, and the obelisks are just in the wind. There's obviously some sand everywhere, and the sand is nicely packed, so it's not like it's difficult terrain. It's not fully sand duney, although on the outside it seems to be that way, outside of behind you or whatever. So this is clearly, you're meant to be here. And with that, we will roll for initiative. And I'll add the bastards into this as well, of course. Yeah, so you should all be on the initiative tracker. So let's just all roll initiative and see what's going on. All right. So what do we have? We have some of you have already managed to add it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, if you can just add yourself on the initiative tracker, that's great. I will roll for the opposing party.
Oh, I
Fear
totally
Gall
cheat it. 1 second.
with it.
The big advantage.
Yeah. Didn't mean to
Fear
cheat.
Gall with a 10. That's fair.
I got to pick up the first anyway. You good?
That's
Golden
more
Fields
like
with
it.
a 20,
Sick.
21. Priscilla with a 13. And finally, Silstreak.
Oh,
Wow.
they were
okay.
ready.
They were, you know, as we saw, they entered slightly before you guys.
Better now.
Because you were distributing potions. Yeah. All right. I hear someone's already assuming what's going to happen next in terms of play testing and stuff. All right. So first thing that happens is you see across the field, obviously the centaur has already started moving, and the large Minotaur with the axe slams into, just no regard for anything, seems to be somewhat enraged and blinded by, like, just he's in battle lust. He's super ready. He's amped. He was amped before he even got in, and he's crashing into this guardian, skeletal guardian, that is unaware, basically has his back turned to him, and he just cleaves into it. And fighting has already started on that side. And then we have Silstreak. The paladin seems to take a slightly more measured approach, going out this way, and ends up here in a way that seems to be flanking this guardian to get some sort of an advantage there. So we have a couple of house rules, of course, but you'll see them as we go. People watching. All right, so that was them. Sugomo, you are first among the Caesar pleasers.
Let's see here. What I want to do.
Yeah. So if you just to recap here, you have to sort of, as a team, figure out what exactly is the trial and how do you best solve it / win. Come out alive and victorious for your mysterious patron and Bubbles. Bubbles is familiar.
4 obelisks.
There's
right?
4 of those obelisks, and they're
This is a fountain in the middle.
There is a dried up fountain in the middle, and there's the 2 massive sort of stone statues just standing there, facing off against each other across the sort of temple courtyard.
I got 1, 2.
There's also, I mean, you see these things, maybe through cracks or whatever, but there's these old stone chests of some sort in the corners of the temple as well.
I go 3 to here.
Yep.
And I have reach with my bugbear on attacks. So I am going to make a long sword.
As you come around the corner there and look at this obelisk, you realize there's some sort of arcane writing perhaps on it, almost hieroglyphs or hieroglyphic type writing.
Can I read it from where I am?
No.
I'll go to here. Can I read it from here?
From here, you can make an attempt. Do you have any arcana or some sort of, probably not nature. It'd have to be arcana.
No.
What language? Do you know any crazy languages? In fact, no, that doesn't work either. I'm sorry.
Goblin.
Goblin. It's not goblin. And it's not goblin.
The highest language of all.
Yeah.
It's never
High
goblin.
speech. Yeah.
It's
Fair enough.
clearly a
Is this
gnomish.
still inanimate? Is it
yes.
still inanimate?
Yeah. So you're standing. This sort of guardian soldier is standing, just facing out into the valley away from you, and is not moving or anything. And the obelisk is just.
Then I'm going to continue. 5, 6, and then I'll take an attempt at reading it from this side.
Okay. Try to see if you can make out what the weird runes and whatever is.
And what would you like me to roll?
Roll an arcana.
Okay.
Are you using the extension? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so
A one.
you're pretty sure that first of all, it is Goblin. You know, clearly Goblin, just a weird dialect you don't speak. And you're sure that it says smash.
Smash.
Yeah.
So my action was used though to read it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The word skadoosh is in there. Smash. You're pretty sure these are weird dialects from like this ancient goblin.
I'll shout that back to the group and say, it says smash.
Yeah, fair enough. You also realize like this old stone, it's probably fairly smashable. All right, so that was Sagomo. We have Priscilla of Dragonspear on the other side. She steps up besides Filgar and launches just a bolt of eldritch energy at this other guardian. And then it is Calamite.
All right.
You should probably smash and skadoosh the obelisk.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So these stone guardians haven't moved. They're just inanimate.
So far, they have not done anything.
And on the other side, they're attacking the actual stone guardians, not this obelisk, correct?
Yeah, they're fighting these guardians, as far as you can tell.
All right. Well, with my long sword, I'd like to make an attack on this obelisk.
Okay. You like just a second of consideration as you're about to jam your sword edge into this stone. You're like, okay.
Yeah, it's something I can reshape if it happens, so I'm not too worried.
11 hits the moving large stone object.
All right, well that's
It
one-handed, so
in
that's
front of you, yeah.
5 for damage.
5 damage on it. All right, boom. It seems to chip a little bit.
And at
And
level
now,
3,
all of a sudden, there's some sort of energy coursing through the obelisk now that you've sort of chipped it a little. And that energy immediately seems to affect the guardians standing guard, standing watch next to them. So something is now going on with them.
Okay.
But that was your turn, I believe.
I have a bonus action, and so I figure I might as well just do it now, which is I, as a bonus action, can summon a Tentacle of the Deep. As a bonus action, create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. Lasts for 1 minute, and then I can make a melee spell attack with it.
Awesome. Hold on a second. So we have at the top of the hour now, which is in 8 minutes, I believe, there is the first giveaway. There's 2 more. It's going to be at the top of each hour as we go. But in 8 minutes, we'll stop the first. We'll stop the first giveaway at the top of the hour. And I think so. You were saying Calamite?
So
it doesn't break immersion at all, by the way.
What was that voice?
What is this?
Why are we qualified for the giveaway?
Yeah, exactly. The Tempest has sold out to like the mercantile forces of the world, and he's like,
as a charlatan, I respect the hustle, so I'm all for it. Tentacle of the Deep. So I can do this twice per long rest. This is my first one, and it stays up for a minute, and I can move it 60 feet. But right now it has 10 foot. So it's a 10-foot long tentacle. So it's like this tentacle.
On you, or is this a spiritual weapon?
It's like a spiritual weapon. It appears, and I'll put it right between these two actually, because it doesn't have like spiritual weapon. It does not have AC or anything, and so I'm gonna make it also attack this stone obelisk.
Okay, so this tentacle shows up and slaps the tentacle. I mean the obelisk. Okay, go ahead.
And it is a melee spell attack. So let me roll that. +5. 18 to hit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then damage, it is 1d8 cold damage.
All right, cold. Doesn't seem to be as effective as blunt force.
Okay.
But you do some damage to it. It crumbles.
And if the
just a little.
obelisk could move, it would lose 10 feet of move. But
It has.
clearly.
It is so still right now. Yeah. It's super frozen. There's a little bit of frost on it. Maybe it makes it more brittle. We don't know. All right. So then we have that was Calamate, right?
Yeah.
Filgar, the horse archer / centaur, does the horse archer / centaur thing and just runs in a circle while firing arrows at these guardians. And his arrow takes down the first guardian on the side here, which as soon as he gets hit by his arrow and also was hit by obviously the giant barbarian, it falls over and then kind of falls, becomes sand, and just merges with the ground, the sand on the ground, and then just disappears. And he stops. He basically gets to there, and right as he's done, the other guardian on their side and on your side, all the guardians start moving. But we'll do this one first. He rolls up. Probably hits the barbarian with this like bronze kopesh, but the barbarian raging and stuff. You guys are pretty sure that doesn't do much. And on your side, these two guardians now right on the other side of these tentacles have, as soon as the obelisk was attacked, they immediately activated, and they turn around and come at you. So one on Scruggs swings the ancient bronze blade. That is going to hit for just a solid 8. It's surprisingly sharp and sturdy for its age. And this slow guardian was nowhere near as slow as you expected. So he just slides past your guard and brutal cut. On you, Calamate, same thing. You're a little worried all of a sudden.
Oh,
you were right to be worried.
Welcome to Tryouts.
Wait, welcome to Tryouts. So that's it's gonna be brutal, and we're gonna obviously have a crit effect on that.
I would hope so.
Well, the damage is only 7, so that's lucky. However, only 7. However, we have a fun little crit deck here. What is that from? Is from Nord Games? Yeah, we use the crit deck from Nord Games in our games usually. All right. Slashing, hideous scar. You receive a permanent scar on your face. Wow, that's a life-threatening injury. Giving you charisma, advantage on charisma checks and disadvantage on all persuasion checks. So you now have a horrifying scar on your face, Calamite, to go with your beautiful black dragon aesthetic.
It builds character. I'll take it.
Yeah. So you have advantage on one, disadvantage on the other. Not super dangerous in the.
I'm more deceptive than persuasive, so that I'll take it as a benefit. Thank you for that crit.
In fact, you kind of posed for it. You're like right there on the skull, right there. And now you're like, yeah. Now I look like a real adventurer. All right, the other sentinels that are standing next to the other obelisks don't seem to be moving. And then we have Caesar.
Okay. Your tentacle, it's 10 feet long. Is it like giant? Is it like, can I stand over it, or does it like?
Yeah, you can. I believe you can occupy the space. I don't think it fills it.
All right.
But
like,
yeah, it's 10 feet long. It coils and winds and.
Okay, as a Triton, like I don't wear pants, so I'm a little uncomfortable just standing over this, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, it feels like a little bit like home, tentacles and stuff.
Tentacle. Yeah. Okay.
You've been to those establishments.
Do that. Yeah, I'm gonna run over to the Guardians and do Word of Radiance.
Word of Radiance.
Yeah. So I need a con check from each of them. And if they fail, they each take 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, they seem not to hear you.
Yeah, they're not super worried about it. Okay. And then I guess
That's a cool cantrip, though. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you don't roll, like you rolled
When it
like what,
works.
20, 17.
Yeah, 17, 17, 17, 20. So this will be a fun
Okay,
trial. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all my move. So yeah, that's my turn.
It's a humbling trial.
Yeah. Okay, Karth Beta. Finally, after much
Okay.
calculations, your calculations are complete and you're ready with a set of actions.
It's okay because it gave me time to observe and watch the other fleshy beings, and I think I'm going to emulate them and attack these
The obelisk.
dried out beings. No, I would never emulate my friends. I'm going to emulate the smart people on the other team.
Ah, yes.
They obviously know what's happening.
So this is. So you're here and you're gonna. What's the action?
So I'm over here and I'm going to shoot this dude. I'm gonna take the role of the centaur. So I'll shoot the. Can you see this guy right there? No, left.
I don't.
Sorry, I don't know why it's not clicking when I.
Oh, yeah, this
That
guy.
guy's
one,
not
yeah.
like him.
Yeah.
He's probably also the smart.
Yeah. No, it's you like his tactics clearly. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, fire away at the guardian. I'm the sentinel.
I'm gonna shoot that guy, and we'll do that with this. Plus to hit.
Oh, you have like a hand cannon type thing.
I'm shooting my hand cannon at him. Yeah. That roll? I
Well,
think it did.
wait.
Yep.
Is that
You
our
rolled
20
it.
to hit?
That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
That looks strange because it's also a 14 and a 21 to hit. Or is that damage? No.
That's damage.
No, that was just two
no. Wait.
rolls. I don't know why it rolled weird.
Okay.
We
Well, the
can
first
re-roll
one
our mistake
counts.
anymore.
No. I need your damage, but we don't want reroll it because the 20 hits. So you land a shot straight through the bronze armor of this sentinel, who I'm sure had no idea that was a thing.
And then 8 damage.
8 damage.
This was us at our level 1 party when he pulled this thing out. We were just as amazed.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it
all right.
magically, little things come out of me and magically reload the hand
Reload
cannon.
the hand cannon thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And you have a shield as well.
I do.
Yeah, so you're like sitting there with a shield with your hand cannon on top of it. That's kind of cool. Did you have a battle pet dog thing?
I do have a battle pet, so he'll run after. You know what? Actually, no.
Does he act himself or not really?
He does act himself after my initiative.
Okay. So let's that's funny.
So he can, if you have a token, he can run in and stand right in front of me. And to the
I would
left
have
of the tentacle.
totally. There's just this weird dog showing up, and one of them has like a political message, but it's really cute. So I'm like, not gonna pick that one, but that would have been hilarious. Okay, so that's fine. You a dog? We'll do this guy.
Boom.
Boom. So he's following
Okay,
you
so-
around.
Yeah, he's right there, right to the left of the tentacle. Down one.
Okay, yeah, here. Ugh.
There you go. And yeah, right there. And he will take the dodge action on his turn.
I'm gonna
because
give you control of this.
I didn't
What
give him
is
command.
Doggo's name?
Doggo's name is Falcor.
Yes.
Fitting.
Fitting. Falcor. All right, how many hit points does Falcor have?
Falcor has.
Like
Let me pull it up right here. He has 15 plus.
wow.
15 plus 10, so 25.
25.
Have more than me.
More than everyone of us, I think.
Falcor needs to be like, yeah, front and center here. We barely even knew he was there.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, Cardinal Trap, you named him, which means Thor's going to try and kill him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, your gerbil is
I mean,
tanking.
that's no. Fair enough. All right, so at the end.
Well, he's taking the dodge action, so it's okay.
Fair enough. He's taking the dog action.
The Doge action.
The Doge action. I got it. I like it.
That's
Suddenly,
what we should have used.
out of the empty fountain in the middle comes this swirling sort of spiral of magical energy, and then it sort of explodes and just bathes the whole valley and all of you in this in this weird light. And any spell or spell effect you currently had up is gone.
So Mage Armor.
Mage Armor
Mage armor's
gone.
gone. The tentacle, I fear, might be gone.
Tentacle is gone. Packed weapon,
Tentacle
which
is
you're
gone.
rolling on that
Pact weapon, well, you lose it, but you can just resummon it, right?
as an action. Yeah.
Yeah, so the pact weapon also disappears, but you can resummon that one. On the other side, there seems to also be some commotion, although not so much, unfortunately. And then it is Golden Fields again, who steps up another here to, and actually doesn't even step up. He just swings at the thing on that side. Sentinel. That doesn't seem to connect. And then it is Silver Streak. He does connect for some damage. Oops. And Tsugomo.
Tsugomo. What he does is he grunts, and then he steps this way. I'm trying to emulate the flanking I saw going on. Does this constitute flanking?
Seems like it might, yeah.
Okay. And I will attack. Does it attack normal or attack with any difference?
So you have attack. So if you swing now, you have advantage.
Oh,
So
okay.
He doesn't have a shield. He's not able to make his shield help either way or any of that.
Terrible. And
wait, that was with advantage
again. That's no. Here's the second.
Yeah.
A 17.
There we go. So the advantage saves you. Whing! You do your cool samurai strike with your large daikatana.
Okay. And then I do 2d6
see that damage
plus 3.
Yep.
There we go.
Nice.
Cool. 11 seems to do a lot of damage to this thing. Cut off a piece of armor into its weird shriveled flesh. But it is standing.
And I'm going to continue my movement.
Okay.
To here.
Yep.
To give Calamite opportunity flanking.
Yep. It seems like that would totally work. Tactical. Another bolt comes out from Priscilla on the other side. Nope.
Oh, I love it. She hits her friend.
Not only does a bolt come out and miss the guard completely, it misses everyone completely. Okay, good. It's a complete misfire. It like slams into that was not even close to anything. Calamite.
All right, I have no armor and I have no weapon and I'm facing two guys, but I can draw a dagger.
What's your pack weapon? Is it what, an action?
Packed weapon is an action, so I would be able to attack. So right now, I'll do it later. So I'll just draw a dagger right now and take advantage of the advantage. And so I'm going to stab the one that Tsugomo just did damage to with advantage, or at least attempt to.
Yep. Yep.
That's just the standard. Let me see if I get a crit. 1d20. No, but I do hit for 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing. Takes it down. In this Guardian too, stabbed, kind of falls over and then crumbles and becomes sand and just falls where it stands.
So then I'm willing, I guess I'm going to have to take another hit and I'm going to get to here for advantage on everyone else, right? Yep. Or would they get it if I'm here? No, I'm saying I might get hit on my turn, but this way they still get flanking, correct?
Yep, that's true. All right, that was Calamite. Firgal rides away, but turns around and like shoots horseback style behind him as he rides away. That's what, 3 ones in a row from that party?
Well, you could always roll a 20 on this one.
Unfortunately, fortunately for Silstreak, it bounces off of his armor too, and he obviously gives Firgal the evil eye. But Firgal gallops away. 1, 2, 5, 10 to here. And then it is Caesar.
Are the skeletons going? Or the mummies or whatever the guards?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're at 10. Let me actually add that so I'd keep not forgetting it. That'd be cool. Thank you, Caesar. Josh. That wasn't Caesar, that was Josh. All right, so yeah, so that final sentinel down at your side slashes at your named dog, of course. No, it
Slashes at
doesn't.
Falcor. Just to be
Who
sure.
hit it?
Falcor's
It was no, Falcor was the only one that attacked it. That's next to it.
Falcor didn't attack it. I attacked it, but it's fine. That hits.
Okay, yeah, it does hit, and it's going to
He
be.
has, he's dodging, right? So it's disadvantage.
Oh yeah, it's disadvantage.
Yeah,
Hold
disadvantage,
on.
Yeah. 15 AC.
Yeah,
Still
it
hitting.
has-
I
yeah,
gotta
it's
get
nice.
me a dog.
Still hits, and it only does 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And on the other side, there's still that one guardian fighting. This time, it tries to. It's attacking Silstreak. No, it's not. And then it is Caesar.
Okay, I'm going to cast Mage Armor. Because I feel even more naked than usual without it. I'm comfortable being naked, but not that kind of naked.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna run this way. Does it attack me when I leave, or it doesn't care?
Doesn't seem to care.
Okay. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna come investigate the temple.
Yeah. So there's this. Yeah. There's a slight. There. So this is obviously the wall. You can see.
Can I
here.
go through or no?
But you can squeeze through there as difficult terrain. So where were you at? 1, 2, 3,
So I get
4, 5. Yeah, 5, 6 brings you there.
cool.
So these things don't take op attacks.
Apparently not, or it's
Okay.
just it's worried about my awe-inspiring presence.
Yeah.
So let's see, how far is this? Okay, so it's only like 75 feet. So I'll like to shout over, Priscilla, that was terrible. You and I should get together later, and I'll show you how to aim after we beat you.
She looks at the wall that just spoke to her and is a little confused. She's never heard your beautiful voice before. She doesn't know that that's you. But yeah, obviously the wall here kind of blocks your vision of her, but you do know that she's over there.
He doesn't realize that. Don't worry.
No. And here, the only one that you can see from down here, now that you're inside this temple ruin, is Thurgal, the centaur archer on the other side there.
Cool. Just get through the wall and there's a centaur right there.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. That was Caesar. Karth Beta.
Karth is going to shoot that guy again.
Yep.
See what happens there. Actions.
Flanking advantage is only melee.
Yeah.
I think I just did it twice because it was a delay, but I did.
12
Sorry.
will still hit.
Okay, 12 hits. So 3 damage. Wow.
This
that's
all
terrible
bronze
damage.
armor is super crumbly. Yeah, 3 damage is not going to do. You're just peppering holes into this guy, but like, does it do anything? It's hard to tell.
I will command my battle dog to take a mechanical bite out of him.
Yeah, mechanical bite. He's got those cute jaws with the underbite and the chopping face.
But I think that misses with an 8.
But that one does miss. He grabs part of the bronze shield and rips off a piece of the bronze shield. He's very proud of himself.
But I will also move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll move. I'll stay near.
Yeah. So you're over there.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I can guard our beautiful prince.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Let me see. There is nothing in. No, we're good. All right. So that was Karth Beta, and that was the end of that round. Start of the next round. Let's see. Some sort of lair action type thing is going on here. You realize, as suddenly the fountain in the middle again spins up, and you're like, oh no, more anti-magic blasts, but no, this time it spins up, shoots into the air, and a glittering sort of piece of, it's actually just a small chest, golden chest, falls down.
Oh.
And let me do a thing real quick. A poof right there. suddenly a piece of a treasure chest appears, falling down from the sky and just boom into the sand next to you.
Must assimilate treasure into self.
Fair enough. Okay, you're like, I'm not sure what that means, but okay. And then you see on the other side, Goldenfields the Barbarian has destroyed the last Guardian. And there seems to be some sort of, he seems to pick something up where it fell. But you're not sure exactly what that would be. And then he moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, he comes with Priscilla here to this side. And then Silstreak walks up to the obelisk and it seems like he's trying to figure out what it says now that there's no fighting right there. He cannot. Does not know. He doesn't understand that it's ancient goblin. And then it is Sagomo.
You're on mute.
You're muted, Kyle.
So Gomo is going to go 1, 2, and attack this guy who's flanked.
Yep.
And I have my reach.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Over Doggo, Falcor.
Don't hit Falcor.
Yeah. See that roll?
Yes.
Yeah, that connects.
But I have advantage. Here,
Give me
let's see if
some.
it
Give me
does
some damage, or feel free to roll them all at once.
So okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit.
And
Oh, yeah.
I have that feature to
Roll the
re-roll my
two.
2s.
It doesn't matter. As you cut into the bronze armored guardian and sort of cleave through its chest, it kind of falls backwards and then becomes sand. And in its place falls a strange sort of item. It looks like a little ring of some sort with a mirror on it.
Ring with a mirror. I'll tell Calamite to grab it, or should I grab it? I'll look to Calamite and see if he gestures anything.
You see me licking my black dragonborn lips when I see the ring fall.
Through all the blood from
Okay.
Yeah, from
Big
the
scar.
All
scar.
right, so I went 1,
Yeah.
2, so I'll continue my movement here.
Yep.
3, 4, 5.
So Calamite, you
6.
feel like maybe Scroggs wasn't right in his assessment that this was ancient goblin writing. So you're right next to the thing now, and you see these like runes, or like almost slightly growing now that the whole obelisk has been sort of awakened. So you feel yeah. Go ahead.
I want to object interact, drop my sword, and grab my crossbow, which is preloaded.
Okay, fair enough. And on the other side, we have Priscilla. She kind of sneaks through here. Actually, she's running to the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It fires off a bolt on one of the other sentinels on the other side. That misses as well. She's having a great day. Followed by Calamite. Yeah, you did kind of almost see that.
So he
You
wasn't.
didn't see the result. You just saw her profile sort of sling some sort of eldritch energy. So
So
you don't
he
know
was-
the result. So,
So
he was what?
you gave me a bit of info there, so I'm trying to just parse it now. So he was wrong that it was an ancient goblin. It is something else. But what he read, what do I believe that was accurate? That we should smash these?
You,
Or is that
you no longer know whether or not that's accurate.
Okay. Well, I don't have good arcana, but I do have proficiency in it. But I also need to get in the battle gear. So let me pick up this ring.
You don't have to necessarily spend your whole action reading.
If that's the case, I'd like to do that as well as this. So,
Yep.
so I'll go with
Okay,
the
so
ring
you-
first
you-
because clearly.
You go grab the ring. As soon as you pick it up, do you put it on or no? There's like a little. It looks Yeah.
Always.
So immediately put it on, and it's there's no attunement process. You just immediately just fits to your finger, and you immediately feel this effect. You're not sure exactly what it'll do, but it feels like it gives you some sort of resistance to magical energy.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is straight up a ring of spell turning on the side here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
And then so that's pretty cool. Now mage armor as my action.
Okay, boom.
Am I able to still do this read you were telling me?
Yeah, sure. You can sort of read at it.
Arcana check.
Yeah. Caesar, you have mage armor as well, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Arcana.
13.
A 13 Arcana is just enough to realize it isn't Goblin, of course, and that it probably does say, if not smash, then something along the lines of it's a seal of some sort.
Okay.
But that wasn't quite good enough to really make sense of it.
All right.
If you did take an action and then rolled higher, maybe then you'd know for sure.
All right. I'm kind of getting a little worried that we'll get behind here, so I'm just gonna keep moving anyway. So 5, 10.
Well, so
15.
no, as far as you can tell, no, you neither you nor the other party have figured out anything in regards to the trial itself, other than these sentinels seem to drop items when they die, and like weird stuff happens at the top of the round, where like a chest dropped and the blast happened. So there seems to be no sort of trial progress, if anything.
So now that I line of sight wise, this is clearly blocked. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
am I able to get any shots off over
No.
these
So
walls?
these are all full on walls, right? So
Right, if they go for this though, do these rocks block sight?
They do, but you can shoot through like the edge here, right?
Right. If I can get those kind of views.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then you know what? I'm gonna stay here and then maybe try to figure out what this
check it
thing
out next
does.
turn, see if it maybe gives more information. Fair enough. All right, so then that was Calamite. We have Firgal. Cloppity cloppity clop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks around, sees you guys, and takes a shot at Caesar. Just straight up. It's probably a 19. I'm guessing that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Well, you kind of dodged it a little, so it's only 4 damage.
Not but a scratch.
Not but a scratch as you bravely dodge the incoming arrow, and he kind of moves away from you again. Although it looks like he does notice that there's a chest here, but he doesn't want to kind of get tied in because he sees Scruggs through the crack. I mean, he sees Scruggs and everyone there sort of making their way through. You're not alone.
Clearly. 10-foot bugbear behind me. But I think he's
yeah,
afraid of me,
no.
so.
Clearly, it's you. Clearly. At that point, it is the remaining guardians, if any, and there are none. The sentinels that are standing next to the obelisks that are untouched so far, still completely motionless. So, Caesar, it is you.
Okay. I like the shiny thing on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I guess I can't get there.
You can. I mean, not with.
Well, yeah, but I would like to blast this centaur with a ray of frost. He's getting on my nerves, running everywhere.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. All right, ray of frost. Let's go.
Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess, can I still see Scruggs through the wall or no?
The centaur seems to have some sort of scale armor and also to be pretty fast and agile.
Okay.
You can
I
see
Scruggs?
You can, from that angle, it's really hard to see Scruggs.
Okay. Okay, then I guess that's my turn.
All right. Karth.
Is there, when you keep saying the fountain's coming to life, it's dry and then all of a sudden magic comes out of it? Is that
so yeah, it seems so. The fountain is dry and old and ancient and chipped and whatever, but like it seems like at lair action time, at like initiative, whatever, before every turn, there seems to be this magical energy flows out of it and does something.
Okay.
So you're not sure if there's something you could do to stop it, but it does. Yeah, that's hard to tell. There doesn't seem to be any writing or anything on the fountain.
Karth sees how fast that centaur is, and he's not very happy about it. So he's gonna say go rocket boots, and he's casting Expeditious Retreat on himself.
So you turn on your rocket boots.
So little rocket boots come out of me.
Artificers.
Now I move fast. Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough.
So with that, I see that shiny thing. I'm gonna pick it up. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's a little box. You grab the little box. Assimilate.
Yeah.
Out of the little box, you're basically picking up a massive axe of some sort made of this ancient bone. It's almost like a monster hunter looking, like huge axe made of like monster teeth and things and bones and leather from God knows what kind of creature. Yeah, but it seems really lightweight, and it feels like, even though you haven't trained with axes, you're just like, but the balance though, it feels so nice. It feels like you can actually make it work.
Okay.
As soon as you pick it up, it immediately just attunes to you.
Sweet. And then 1, 2, 3 for the rest of my move, and then I will use my bonus action because of the Expedition Retreat dash. So 1, 2, 3, and I'll try to get to that one too. I want to investigate that.
So where were you? You were this was here, right?
It was 3 to get to the first treasure, another 3 for my move, and then a dash.
Yeah, so yeah, you can get through here. Through here is like difficult terrain, but you can probably get through there, and then yeah, so you zoom over there through the sand, splashing sand everywhere as you rocket engine over there, and you immediately crash into this other chest there, and you realize that you're gonna have to, because you already option interaction took the other chest. Although you're standing on it, you won't have time to also pick up this thing this turn.
I still have an action. Can I use my action to do it?
No, you dashed. Oh, that was your expedition retreat from the boots. Yeah. Yes, you have an action. You can do it.
So I'll use my action.
Yeah, no, for sure. That totally works. And you, in that old stone weathered chest, is another item of sorts. It seems to be these sort of enchanted robes that you can just like throw on really easily, and it seems like it'll just make you better protected. It's like these enchanted, they fit you as soon as you start sort of picking it up. It seems to like make itself fit the way you should. So you now have a cool,
so I look really cool with these robes on top of my armor,
or something. Yeah,
embedded into my body. So
Yeah. No, in fact, it kind of makes you look a little more like your gnome creator, because he did have real clothes.
Yeah.
Whether that's better or worse, you don't know. Yeah. But you do feel kind of good in them. So effectively it gives you 1 more armor while you have the robes on.
I assume it doesn't because I have armor.
No? It does.
Oh, even if I have armor?
Yeah. You get +1 more armor.
All right.
It's like a vestments of protection, if you will.
Okay.
All right, and then that was the end of that round, and I think we are coming up on an hour and a half. So in 3 minutes, or I guess we should just do it now and take a little 5-minute break if you guys want to. Run to the bathroom, grab some snacks. We'll come back in, let's say 5 minutes. And Jimmy, how's that? 5 minutes. Okay, cool. And then we'll do a little recap and jump right back into it. All right, thanks, guys. Stay tuned.
Of a kobold queen with visions of a world made new in fire and rage. Driven by prophecy, she has filled her followers with the raging passion of her cause. Now, You step forth into her burning realm. Dark shapes move among the rising embers. Thick-skinned beasts belch gouts of fire. It's an ambush! Roll for initiative. Battle is about to commence. Epic encounters. Turn your RPG up to 11.
We're back live, and thank you for sticking around. We're excited to play some more games with you. Kyle will eventually join us after our 5-minute break. But yeah, so just really quickly, our heroes have been summoned to take part in this massive event, almost like a huge sporting event for heroes and adventurers on the Sword Coast outside of Baldur's Gate, called the Tryouts of the Flaming Sword. And they're up against this other party of adventurers inside this weird battle realm demiplane, and they're trying to figure out what exactly is the trial and then complete it and win over the other rival party. but we're still in the process of figuring out exactly what needs to be done to sort of trigger or complete this trial. And the fighting is still going on, and we've just started trading blows between our party and the Caesar's pleasers, because Caesar Waves is the self-appointed party leader, at least the face, and the bastards on the other side of the arena, so to speak. We are top of the round, and as usual, you expected from the central sort of ancient fountain comes some sort of magical energy, and then it just kind of pulses a little. At which point, hold on, something moves under the sand.
Oh no. I know what this is.
Something moves under the sand. Where is it? 10,
I totally know what this is. This is
18.
terrible.
Okay.
It loves horse meat.
It's right here.
What is that?
Bam! Out of the sand, and like crushing through like the old stone like flooring and tiles, crashes this. Well, we'll show it. Massive insectoid monster, just like with this huge spiked carapace and massive mandibles, just dripping with poison from its mouth, comes punching out of the earth right there. And I think Karth, hold on, I'll move you to the front there. Karth, you're right next to it.
Yep.
So you're that's very exciting for you. It's like it immediately starts looking around for something to devour, no doubt. And with that, and the barbarian on the other side, Goldenfield, the golden furred barbarian, sees this and goes, nope. And instead decides he's going to join his friend over here and do battle against these. So he charges into this guardian and with his horns crash, slams it into the other one. Or there's a sentinel here guarding this other obelisk. Does a little bit of damage and is now engaged over on that side, leaving the massive Ankeg that's sitting out of the earth to you guys. Silstreak tries to read the obelisk again, it seems. He's still studying this and looking and being like, what's going on? We need to figure this out. Oh, that was a 20, and it was a 14, and then it's a 4. He still can't figure it out, and he kind of gives up at that point and comes running down to join. Actually, he decides he's going to join his friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because he knows Firgal, the centaur archer, is going to just be able to move wherever he wants. So he's not worried about him.
Firgal's doomed.
Huh?
I said he's doomed.
Fair enough.
Go.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
So you can squeeze through, even with your large bugbear frame, you can squeeze through this crack in the wall for like 2 move for difficult terrain.
So it's 2.
Yep.
And then
and you now see this huge insect, sand dune creeper insect right there.
Also on Karth's turn, we didn't move Falcor.
So Falcor has followed him and taken a dodge action.
He gets there.
Oh, and he's taking the dodge action.
2. So it's
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6. Now, do I want to shoot him or do I want to go engage with him?
So he is definitely an archer, but he does have a large sword on the back of his as well. And he doesn't look weak either. Like he clearly knows how to use this sword, and it probably is very effective when he like charges full speed into someone with his great sword.
Okay. I'll stay here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll stay here, and I'm gonna shoot him with the
Yeah, because you have your crossbow up.
crossbow was already prepped, so I'll just do that.
Yep. Give me that
And
roll.
Here we go.
I'm gonna have to make you roll normally because we're waiting for your roll. Okay, there you go. You hit. That one goes straight into his flank.
And that one is going to do.
So centaurs just
1d10
need
+1.
way more armor than everyone else. What's the
So there we
damage?
go. 1d10 +1. 7.
All right. Good flank shot on the horsey.
So now I'm going to
That was your move on your shot.
as soon as I'm gonna drop the crossbow. I'll keep the crossbow up for now. And
Okay.
bonus action, I'll load it then.
Yep, fair enough. On the other side, you see Priscilla cast some sort of hex spell on one of these guardians over here, and fires off another bolt straight over Goldenfield's shoulder, like she doesn't care.
Oh, how that worked last time.
Yeah, well, she got lucky because nothing did happen, but it does work. So that'll be quite a bit here. 8 plus 11. Okay, yeah. So that thing is now looking real shambly. And she stays right there. She moves a little bit away from this massive insect. She can see through the wall there. And actually down a bit, so she doesn't quite have line of sight on it. Followed by Calamite.
All right. Well, we got to figure this thing out before they do. So I'm gonna use my action to do this Arcana check.
Because you already tried once, you now have advantage on the next one.
All right. Thank you. So then I'll roll 2d20 plus 1. 19.
Break the seal to unleash the guardian.
Okay.
So it did say skadoosh, but not in that, but not an ancient goblin.
All right. Well, I'm glad I put my turn into that. And now bonus action.
Well,
I might as well just start getting
you
this
have
thing
movement
moving.
as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to smash this thing, but I can't Eldritch Blast it because it's going to be an object and not a creature. So then I'm gonna have to just tentacle it. So bonus action, summoning a tentacle. Actually, no, this turn I'm gonna use. Are we doing a homebrew potions bonus action?
Yeah, sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a bonus action health potion.
Yeah. You're hoping it is a health potion since you got it from the
Should I roll a d20 or 2d4 plus 2?
concierge guy. Yeah. No, roll a d4, 2d4 plus 2. Yep.
All right. That's what I
He
needed.
did his job. Nice. Yeah, so you're back at 21. Cool.
And then
and then it
I will move,
is.
though. So 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20. Get behind cover here. 25.
Firgal, the archer centaur, sends off a longbow shot at Tsugomo. Come on. Here we go. Ooh, that's going to hit. Or at least the first one. Oh, well, they both rolled 15 just for simplicity's sake. That's 8 more damage on Tsugomo. Tsugomo, you are down to 15 hit points as another arrow hits you in the shoulder. And then he just like rears up and turns around completely because there's a giant pancake in front of him and runs out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And with that, it is all of the guardian things. On the other side now, there is fighting. So those guardians have been awakened by all the action going on. And they attack Goldenfields for a couple of hits there. He's not very well armored. He's just really brutish and tough. And he's obviously got his rage going on. So let's see, say that much. And then the huge insect turns its head, sees Karth, and just this huge glob of acidic, poisonous goo shoots out. What's your armor class?
20.
Oh, well,
Let's see
okay
the
then.
investments.
Yeah, no, you're just like you wave it away with your shield, no problem, and take no damage. Solid. Yeah. And then it's Caesar.
Okay. I would like to run over and pick up this shiny chest on the ground.
Oh yes, shiny chest. Send to back. Well, first we're gonna cross it out. Boom. Okay. In the shiny chest, you find a staff crackling with storm energy.
Ooh.
It seems like it as soon as you pick it up, you just immediately feel its power and like what it seems to be able to do for you, and you attune instantly. And it seems that it's will let you at least one time unleash the charge of the storm staff and shoot what would be a lightning bolt, effectively speaking.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In addition to that, it also just generally gives you a little bit of magical power, so you just feel a little more powerful, a little more accurate, little. You have a +1 to your spell attacks.
Ooh, I like that.
Very
All right.
cool.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Okay. So I will come up here with the rest of my move.
Yep. You now see him through the walls.
Great. Let's try out this new staff power, and I will cast Ray of Frost on him.
Yep. The ray is slightly more powerful than you would expect.
But it is a
one.
Yeah.
You fire off. Yeah, you're not used to it yet. So like the ray of frost is more powerful than you thought, and you just slam it into the wall right in front of your face. instead of getting it like around the corner, you just like bathe yourself in frost shards.
The staff. Okay.
Yeah, it came out of the staff instead of your hand now, and you're like, oh, okay, well that's why it's now on the inside of the wall.
Good. Then I will point it at Tsugomo over there, and with a bonus action, I will healing word him.
You then point the staff at Tsugomo?
Yeah, but I cast healing word. Healing word
Okay.
before that spell comes out.
He's like, I think it's how it's worked. A lightning blast of healing energy hits Tsugomo right in the chest, and you're like, ah! And then you feel much better all of a sudden. What's that? How much is heals?
D4 plus 3. 7.
Nice. 7 heals to Tsugomo. Basically, it's a defibrillator effect, and you feel way more alive and awake. Solid. Nice. That was Caesar. Karth.
Okay. Is this a hole right here that I can step through?
Yes, you can squeeze through it
So
as a
1, 2.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
3.
2 moves there. So 3 there.
Just 3, 4.
4.
And I will aim my hand cannon at Priscilla and unleash it.
Yep. All right. Here comes the cannon. She's a little surprised to see you come out of there.
Did that roll? No, I didn't get a sound.
It did not roll. Here it is. There's 2 of them now. Well, the 18 for 10 damage hits.
Thanks. Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. So Priscilla takes a nice big shot to the chest.
That is a shot to the chest, and she looks much less confident all of a sudden. She did not know that was a thing.
I will go ahead and use 2 more move to go back here. You're talking about my dog? Yeah. I'll do that, and I will use my bonus. I have expedition retreat, so I'll use my bonus action to move another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So is it a bonus action to command Falcor?
It is to command him, so he'll just move.
So he'll just move and move.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
3,
6.
4, 5.
He just gets there.
He'll just stand right next to me. Yeah.
Yep. And has a dog.
He has 8 move.
Okay. Well,
But-
he waits.
Yeah,
there.
but he's still just gonna come to me. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Exactly.
And that's my turn.
Fair enough. Next round, another effect seems to launch out of. Okay. Spiral energy everywhere. Again, everyone just gets hit by this massive wave of energy. But this time, instead of canceling all your spells, you suddenly feel like you just had a nice night or a few hours of sleep. So everyone just gets straight up a short rest. I'm not sure if that helps many of you, but everyone
for HP
gets a short rest. So you can roll for HP. If you're a warlock, you get your spell slots back, obviously.
Should have used them.
Yeah, and then but that's pretty much. I guess you get your HP mostly.
Well, I rolled a 1 on that too, so
Well, plus your Constitution.
yeah.
You can roll more than one hit die.
You can roll all 3 if you want.
I was just laughing because I only needed 4 and I somehow managed to get only 3.
Okay, fair enough. Sugomo is back to full, I believe, 31, right? Okay, cool. I think everyone's back here. I think they did the same, to be honest. So Priscilla here, let's see. She's got what, 3d8s? She's not taking any chances here. Well, I guess you can roll 1 and 1 and 1. Yeah, so she has to roll all of them and still didn't get all her hit points back. That's horrible. And the barbarian, however, probably does. Oh yeah, he does.
It was a bullet of wounding. I just didn't tell her.
Yeah, exactly. It was coated with awfulness. Okay, it is the barbarian here destroys one of the guardians on that side, and then bellows out something to the effect of, "What do I do with this? Do I break it?" And they're like, "We don't know. No one read the thing." So then he's instead is ready to fight this other guard sentinel, followed by Silstreak, who joins him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just throws a javelin at the sentinel. Nope, doesn't. Just sails wide. Sugomo.
So Sugomo, I have a question for you. I was gonna go 1,
Oh,
2,
count
3,
it, by the way. It was break
4,
the seal to unleash your guardian.
5, 6. Okay.
Yell it
I
out,
drop
yeah.
my object interact. I drop my bow.
You yell that out, Calamite?
I haven't yet now because I didn't want them to hear it. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I
So
drop
yeah,
the-
so Sugomo, you drop your bow. I mean your crossbow.
Yep. I drop it. The object interact. Draw my blade.
Yeah, I mean you
And
have your
then,
blade on you basically because you picked it up after you dropped it earlier.
Bonus action.
Oh, slash,
spirit.
long range slash there. Fighting spirit
Bonus
gives you
action,
advantage.
fighting spirit action surge.
Oh, you going in?
Oof. Too bad he
So
got
this
healed
is
just now. Yeah.
this is 2 attacks with advantage on him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll it up here to make your life easier. There we go. 2d20 plus 5. First attack. Hits.
30-20.
Yeah,
Second
for
attack.
sure. Oh,
Crits.
there is a crit.
There we go.
So let's do the damage on
Resolve
this guy.
let's resolve all the damage,
It's,
and then we got our fun crit cards.
2d4 plus 3 for the first. 2d6 plus 3. Sorry. On the first one, which hit, that does 12 on this donkey boy.
Yeah, that was the first one.
And the second one, it does double damage.
It does double damage, and you get to re-roll any 1 or 2 you roll. It's a brutal crit.
Did it happen?
Or like
No.
Not seeing you die yet.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
How's
Oof!
that taste?
What?
How's that taste,
22.
horsey?
Wow.
24.
I can re-roll
Yeah,
the
so you
2 though.
you slash
Hold
at
on,
him, and you can
hold on.
re-roll the 2.
2 more, 24.
And you just get that perfect overhand slash across the horse's back, which just severs the spine. He just goes, whoop, falls to the
Another
ground.
2 two-legged animals.
Yep, he is clearly defeated, and looks very slain as you bring your large sword back out. And then he does this. It somehow does the same thing that the weird sentinels did. He just kind of becomes dust, and then becomes part of the arena. and disappears.
Does he leave anything behind? No.
He does not.
And I turn to my friends and I say, "That's how it's done."
That seems to be how it's done. Valiant. Yeah, Caesar's like, slow clap, very nice. Yeah.
And I got by doing so, I also granted myself 5 temporary hit points.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, put that in.
So,
Put that in
I
blue
heal
there.
as well.
You
Oh,
are
that's not
fully
right.
healed, I believe, but you get the 5 hit points. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right, it is. It was Sugomo. It is Priscilla. Sees Calamite down, but decides, nope, I'm gonna do the Guardian Sentinel instead. Moves her Hex, which is the thing you can do. That's gonna hit and does. Oh, wrong
Yeah,
one.
so
These
she
two
got the
guys.
refreshed hex because of that spell slot too, right?
Yeah, so she has a
She
spell
has a
slot.
free.
It still has Hex going.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's free. So that's not a ton of damage, but it's something. It's something. Calamite.
All right, so now I see that they're still going for the guards. My team just took this guy out. All right, I'm going to move towards the pillar now. I'm going to shout out to my team. I'm going to say, guys, stick to the original plan. And I'm going to move back. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then
You had a plan?
Yeah.
yeah, we had like right first round. All right.
Well, first thing he said was smash is
Yeah.
Kadoosh.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to repeat it, but so we all know
Yeah,
that.
no. So that's fair. Okay.
And then I still have to use my dagger because I do not have. I'd have to action to use something else right now. So I'm going to use my dagger. I can't
Do you not have
Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast this.
Blast?
I can, but will it work against a pillar? Because it only
You
hurts
haven't tried.
creatures.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I wouldn't be in melee. I'd be here. Eldritch Blast. Let's do it.
It seems to go. It picks up on the energy of this pillar and function and works
Alright.
the way you expect it to.
Well, then that changes a lot of stuff. So that's going to be an 18 to hit, and it's 9 force damage.
Yep. Which immediately just shoots the Eldritch Blast into the base of the obelisk, which explodes and the whole thing falls. And as soon as that happens, this blue sort of beam of light shoots up into the air and sort of remains there. So there's now a large blue beam of light where the obelisk once was. And Karth and Caesar, inside the temple, you see this massive stone thing. All of a sudden, you realize there are 4 large runes of various kinds at the base of this, which were kind of hidden. But now, once the first obelisk has been broken, one of those runes goes and lights up. So there's this really strong sort of blue neon light coming from the magical rune at the base of the stone statue. All right, that was Calamite. Unfortunately, Firgal.
Bonus action. I will
do
summon the tentacle.
Yep.
And I'm just going to. I'll just put it. Sorry, let me get the exact range. I can get that too. Within 60 feet of me. So I'm going to start moving it towards over here from me, 60 feet. Let's get it to here because I'm going to make an attack next turn.
Okay, so you moved to there?
Yeah.
Got it. Firgal was slain by our brave bugbear samurai, and is nowhere to be seen at this point. He just disappeared into the sand as dust when he was slain, and that's it. It is the Guardians, of which there is only one that seems to be active, fighting Golden Fields. Nope. And then the Ankeg, who previously could see Karth, can still very much see Karth. And that is not very far. It loads up another acidic ball of poisonous spit and launches it at Karth.
Oof.
Sorry, my turn. That's good.
Well, that's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit for this much damage. Oh, okay. But give me a Constitution save.
I can't be poisoned.
Are you immune
I'll
to
give you
poison?
one.
He's a robot.
I'm not immune to poison. I'm immune to poisoned. I'm a
Okay,
Warforged.
that's great. But you take
And I'm
poison
resistant
damage.
to the damage. I'm resistant to the damage, but yes, I do take some.
Well, that's good because this acid bites into all your wiring and your circuitry and your gears and whatever you have. The 9 is not sufficient to resist it. Oh yeah, you have 23 because you have advantage, so you're good. You resist it. However, this crit itself saps your strength score permanently by 1, as it kind of greases up your gears with or like just basically makes whatever leverage or hydraulics you had are permanently weakened. These are some terrible crits. We don't normally roll these permanent crits.
So I take half damage.
I think it's a one shot.
So-
Yeah.
Wait, so I saved and it's poison damage, or it's not poison damage?
It is all poison damage, but it did quadruple because of the massive crit. So it's actually, in addition to the 5 you took, it was 10. So total for you 7 because you resist.
So I take 10. I save, so I take half, right? And then I am resistant to poison.
Right. So actually 3 then for you.
Yeah.
Just the wrong 3. Right in the box. Okay. It is Caesar.
Okay, I'm gonna call on my Dolphin Prince god, and I'm going to use that to drop a fog cloud on this giant Ankeg thing. I don't want to deal with him.
Oh, that's pretty good. that's actually kind of hilarious because I know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. I'll just put him in the middle of it, I guess.
Yeah, so you just launch a fog cloud right on top of it. It's what is that? 20-foot radius?
Yeah, so I'll just center it here. I'll center it. Yeah, that works.
Let me make it a little more of a little darker. Here we go. Boom.
That's 25 feet.
No. Well, I guess because of his size, it's being a little wonky. I'll do 15 on my eye in there. So that should do it.
Oh, okay. So
Right?
I don't think I can put it on him. It's just like on the ground, but that's where it's centered.
Yeah. So you're putting it on the ground on him, kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the ground there. All right. So their stone thing is now invisible, and so is the Ankeg in front of it. All right. It is that's solid. What else, Caesar?
I would like to come inspect the statue now that I see it
Very
glowing.
oceany. Yeah. Yeah. So other than the fact that there are 3 more seals underneath that are not lit, and there are 3 more standing obelisks, that's the connection you can make, basically. 1 broke, 2 lit up.
Okay.
There are 3 remaining. Yeah. 3 remaining. There's 3 remaining seals. You're like, okay, cool. That's a thing. Yeah. There's no like Arcana check or anything here.
Okay.
The runes that are lit don't mean anything to you at all.
Okay, then I'll just go hide in the corner.
Okay, yeah. So you could sneak through here too, by the way.
Yeah. I'm going
Right there, there's a
room, but I'm
hole.
moving in that direction.
Fair enough. Karth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess I will try to shoot at this pillar.
Yes.
I'm using the Expeditious Retreat.
Wait, where did you go?
Wherever to your right. I'm
Oh,
shooting
you were
at
up
the- I'm shooting
there.
at-
Okay. Yeah. You're shooting at this pillar.
Yeah, the pillar right there.
Got it.
And let's go try and break it, since that's what it sounds like I'm supposed to do. Let's see. I'm cursed. I don't know why it rolls twice every time.
Well,
It just wants me to multiply.
I'd rather you do that and then
Yeah.
not apply the advantage. By the way, I think we just passed the top of the hour, which means there's a stop to the second giveaway. Haha, it's too late already. Sorry, guys. But anyway, there's now 3 giveaways instead of 1, so that's good. So those of you who paid attention in chat will have had that chance. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Okay, let's see. By the way, the giveaway is a really cool Gaxmore. This Kickstarter that you just had with the Troll Games Gaxmore Kickstarter is awesome, and you should totally check it out. If you don't win, you can still buy it on on the, what is it, the RPG, Drive-Thru RPG, and of course, Troll Lord's website. With that, it is the end of that round, and it's top of the round, which means something is happening. Okay, this time, the energy in the spiral winds up again for another type of blast. Once it's been, your magic is gone. The second time is you got rested. The third time, it is an ominous looking blackish red energy. And everything in the entire valley takes, what is it, 7 damage?
What?
Straight up
This
seven
sounds-
necrotic damage. Just as this was wave of just destruction. Just evil, dark energy. So that is going to do damage to these sentinels right by the other thing.
Take 7.
Which they all take 7.
7.
Everyone takes necrotic. Everyone on the board for 7. He doesn't resist that at all. 7.
Do those stone guys take it too, or no?
The big statues don't seem to be affected, but the obelisks are, and they all kind of start to crumble. And Karth, you did how much damage to the thing up there? 10?
I did 10, yeah.
Yeah. So you already exploded the base on that one. And with this final push, the whole obelisk sort of topples over, cracks and topples over. And again, blue energy shines out from its base. And another one of the runes underneath this statue on the southern end of the temple lights up. And as it does, this some GM layer stuff here. The massive statue comes alive.
Guys,
it's clearly now active. There's like just dust falls from it because it's just stood there for 1,000 years not doing anything, and now it comes alive and starts to move. It is going to be the barbarian's turn. He is fighting that guardian up there. He looks at what just happened to the 2 other pillars. Looks at the guardian, who doesn't do any damage to him because he's raging, looks at the pillar and decides to go, okay, let's do the pillar then, so they don't get all of them. Wham! Slams his greatsword into that other pillar. Absolutely hits it. And will he do enough to bring it down? He does enough to bring it down. And the 3rd pillar falls. And a red light shoots up from the base. And underneath your sort of stone golem thing, there's now 2 blue and 1 red. However, because the other statue is in this fog cloud, you have no idea if that's also lighting up or not, or even if it's moved. You don't know if it's alive or what's going on there, but you know that this one is. And I guess Falcor would have run after 1, 2, 3. He probably followed it. Yeah, he followed you. Karth.
Yeah.
And then so this statue is now active, it seems. The guardians whose seal you need to break. And it is so the barbarian up there, Golden Fields, crushed this, moves a little bit, and gets ready to crush the other one, followed by Silstreak, who sees this, sees that you broke the other one, and has nothing else to do except attack this final guardian here with his greatsword. Completely wrecks it. That one too disappears in dust as it gets destroyed, and something falls on the ground. That something is, it looks like a suit of dragon scale armor basically falls off this guardian as it becomes dust and disappears. In the sand lies a suit of dragon scale armor. Which Calamite, I guess you kind of see. I guess no one really sees that on your side, but that's what it is. Tsugomo. Tsugomo.
Yep. Let me see here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go to here 4. And I'm gonna go for the obelisk.
Yep. High strike over the heads of the Sentinels. For what is clearly the final obelisk.
Here it is. 1d20. 15.
That connects. Damage. 11.
Let me just hold on. I gotta re-roll.
Doesn't matter.
It's,
It already took
yeah.
damage from the blast, so all of these are now weakened. And your strike brings down the final obelisk, which now also is blue. So there are 3 blue obelisk lights shooting up into the sky, and only 1 red. And you can see this
Nice.
reflected in the base of this golem over here. You don't exactly know what it means, but you know your golem is alive, and yeah. We'll see what happens. That was Tsugomo. It is Priscilla. Walks to the side here. 1, 2, 3. Has a line on Calamite. Fires off. Moves her hex because the Sentinel was killed. So Calamite, you are now hexed.
So it's ring of spell turning. I can't read the. Actually, I guess I can just move. Oh, I shouldn't be able to move it. But do you want to tell me what how that works now?
So she has disadvantage on the attack. If she rolls a 1, she hits herself instead.
Okay.
But she doesn't know that.
But for hex, it won't do anything, correct?
It will not. But the disadvantage saves you.
Yeah. Definitely.
So So instead, it's just a meager. Oh wow, 2 + 3, so 5 damage. Eldritch Force.
Yeah.
On Calamite. Do you need to keep some concentration going, or are you good?
Nope.
No, you're good.
So it's
And
9.
then she steps behind the pillar here, not knowing necessarily what's next here, except to weaken you guys. Calamite, you're up. All the pillars are down. You now don't really know what's next.
I do have a direct line on Golden Field, correct?
You do.
All right, let me see what my range is, so I don't even have to move forward. All right, let me Eldritch Blast him. I am gonna move my tentacle. I guess I can. All of the obelisks are down, and now have these guys activated when that last one went down?
Yeah, they're active.
Okay. So
They got activated when the blast hit them.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit Golden Field then with an Eldritch Blast. Is he reckless?
He is not.
Okay. So this
But
is
he
standard
is
roll.
probably not. 14 hits.
All right, 8 force damage.
8 force. He doesn't resist that.
All right. And then, so I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to move it and attack one of these stone guys for the cold. But I don't have control of the tentacle, so I can't move it.
Okay. So you move it here to attack one of those?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Excuse me. Or I could hit the mute button, but okay.
Crit.
Crit sauce from the tentacle. Whoom. Just full on Cthulhu splash.
Full damage.
10 cold. That thing is almost destroyed. Almost. And I guess the crit effect on it from a cold. Oh, it does a massive swing to such an effect that all creatures within 15 feet are affected by it.
Minus my allies, hopefully.
Nope.
Okay.
Working
So
out.
Sagomo,
Tentacles
you
don't have
also Sagomo also takes 10 damage, as does this final sentinel. It just
Tagoma,
kind
did
of
you take the 7
overswings.
from the blast too?
Huh?
I don't think he took the 7 from the blast either.
Oh. Okay, so he takes 17 here.
Yeah.
So he's down to 12 again. Wow, that's brutal.
Did you take
That's
off
why I
the-
gave you a healing potion. It's my line of dialogue.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, your overeager tentacle has murdered
I
everything.
was at 36 before that.
Yeah, no, you
Did
took
you
7.
take off the 5
so,
temp?
I did take off the 7 already.
Okay.
So I'll give you +7. So you're actually at 19. Okay, that was Calamite. Firgal reappears. The dust sort of rises out of the sand, and whoosh, it's now a horse man. And so he just reforms right here. Takes a second to sort of collect himself, and then rides out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sees Karth and takes a shot.
Oh.
He clearly wasn't quite dialed in there. He's still figuring out what's happening. Horrible miss. But nothing else happened from that one. And then it is all of the things. So the Guardians here, although greatly weakened, both swarm Sagomo and attack with their Khopesh. One miss as you kind of block one, but the other gets through because they're attacking almost simultaneously for 5 damage on Sagomo. So you're down to 14. 14. There we go. On the other side, they're all dead. And as far as you can, from inside the fog cloud, where the Ankeg is, you kind of just hear this like rumbling as it seems to maybe burrow again. And as far as you know, it's no longer there. Let's see. Let's move this. If I do this, do you guys still see? No, you don't. You don't see the fog, do you?
Nope.
That's okay. I'll do this. Make him a tiny little. Well, first of all, I'm gonna copy him. There we go. And then this thing is still here, but now it is probably the full. I'll do the full 20 feet. So the fog cloud is still there, but you hear this rumbling as the thing sort of disappears into the ground again, as far as you can tell. But you also hear the mechanical, or not mechanical, but like you hear the sound of stone grinding. And it's echoed by your own, by the guardian on your side. So this one steps out of off of his pedestal with his large stone sword and shield, and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 1, 2.
It's not going to kill me.
And
Okay.
it's not going to kill you. And instead, it seems to not care about you at all. Instead, out of the fog that you created on the other side, it crashes into its mirror image. Although one is now covered in blue runes and the other one is covered in red runes. And yours definitely looks, it may be bigger and stronger, and theirs looks a little bit weaker and not as powerful.
Not as Caesar-like.
Not as Caesar-like.
Ours has no pants, of course.
Exactly. So you got 3 of them, so I gotta do this. Okay. And they just crash into each other. They look like these behemoths just like swinging these massive stone swords at each other, and just deliver these punishing blows, chipping a bunch of stone off of one. The other one takes one back, although yours does look more hardy. So it looks like if they're left to just trade blows there, the one that's on your side basically seems to be going. It seems to go. It's going to win if it's not aided or hampered in some way. But yeah, they both take a solid amount of damage there.
Rumble robots, let's go.
Yeah, basically. It's like kaiju fighting a little bit, not that big, but yeah. That was them. It is Caesar.
Okay.
You see this massive display, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, I don't really want to get between them, but I'm more than happy to help from a distance. Not that I'm afraid or anything, but you know, I'm gonna let my weapon do the job. So I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon next to this Guardian. I guess I'll put it right here.
Poof! Shows up a spiritual trident.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and whack their Guardian since mine seems friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, neither of them seems to care much either way, but one is clearly fighting the one full of blue runes, and is itself full of red runes. So you do a 14. That's not going to connect.
Okay. And then I will try this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I would like to Word of Radiance on these two undead.
Ooh. Do they have disadvantage because they're undead or no?
Nope.
What's the save?
DC 13 con.
Yeah, so they both, again, don't hear you.
Should not be here.
There's clearly just
This
immune
sounds
or
not very
something. Yeah. At this point, you're pretty sure they're just immune.
It's not saved by my Radiance. It's because they're undead. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Solid. Karth.
No, it was not.
Well, it's not super solid, I guess. You miss and miss and miss, but those are all strategically correct choices.
So, real quick question. That axe I got, is it an axe or is it like an enchantment?
It is a massive axe.
Okay,
But you somehow feel like you're able to wield it.
Well, I can, I'm very skilled at wielding magic weapons anyway, so it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I will then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I'll drop my shield and I'll whip out that axe and attack.
So you now have all of a sudden a great axe going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with some weird monster teeth creation.
Yeah.
At the massive stone golem with the red shinies.
I assume it's plus. Is it +6?
Well, it's +1 to
giants?
hit. +1 to hit, and then it
Okay.
does a lot of damage to giants.
Okay, so it's +5, +6. Okay, to hit. So that's my roll to hit.
Oh,
Is a crit.
Okay.
Let's go.
With the giant slayer. It's like we scripted this or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do double the damage, so 2d12, and then plus your normal attack, which I guess I don't know what that would be for you, but
It's magic weapon, so it's +5.
+5, and then it's
it's +4. +4 for the weapon.
+4 more
And then
damage. So 2d12 +4 +6. So 2d12
Okay.
+10. Okay.
32 damage.
So yeah,
That'll do it.
Stream is over, you guys. Congratulations. It's only an hour, and I'm kidding. We're fine. Jeebus. So that's what was that? 32 damage.
Not bad for level 3, Adam.
That is not bad for level 3, Adam. The thing falls.
And my dog will follow me.
You just cut off one of its large stone legs, and it just crashes to the ground. And with the injuries and weaknesses it suffered from your own guardian whacking it, it's down. No crit effect needed. And immediately the red runes that were like on the pedestal, the red light that was shining, all that stuff fades. and it's just the blue light left. And you're not quite sure what to make of that, but what you're still here. This is still going on. And with that, it is the top of the round, I believe. Which, what are we looking at time-wise? Yeah, we're good. The fountain again comes alive. No, it doesn't. Nothing happens. It's as if things were either turned on or just nothing happens. And at that point, it is Goldenfields who up there sees obviously your guardian fighting the other guardian through the breaks in the wall. And he still has his rage to take care of, so he is charging in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, and he can do the he does well actually. Oh, this guardian is down.
All right, I hit him last turn, so he gets to keep the rage.
4, 5, yeah. And he charges right into charges the golem. Actually, he's like, okay, cool. And he does his little headbutt. Nope, it doesn't. But he does get the attack and everything. Then Silstreak follows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Casts a spell at his friend that is now very exposed. It feels like some sort of divine shield now protects Goldenfield, the barbarian. And Silstreak is now concentrating on something, and it is Sugomo. You're surrounded by guardians.
I will do what all good bugbears do and kick some ass. Here I go. I am going to. Well, I'm flanked. Am I not flanking? So, let me see here.
If you go here, you get a flank on that guy.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
And
Advantage. Yep. And well, that one is already
14.
very weakened by the blasts and the
14
tentacle
hits?
slaps. Yeah, no, for sure. You destroy it immediately. It just
Okay.
as your blade goes through it, it just whoosh, becomes
So I do
sand
1.
dust.
Then I'm going to go 2, 3, 4. Can I do 5, 6 to here?
Yep. Sure.
Perfect.
And then it
yeah. That's
Don't worry about me. I got this one.
You do. And then I pick back up my object interact with my crossbow.
Yep. So Priscilla comes around the corner, Calamite,
I
and
see her.
barely has a beat on you. You got a little bit of cover from that corner as you're moving away from her. But she launches an Eldritch Blast at you.
Disadvantage.
Could I have done my bonus action? Sorry, to do my potion.
Yeah, you could drink.
You
your
said
potion as
potions are bonus action.
They
Okay,
are.
I'll do that as you guys
The ones you
continue.
drink yourself. If you administer, it's an action, but drinking one.
It's 2d4 plus.
plus 2. Yeah.
She rolls a 1 with disadvantage. Spell turning.
Eldritch Blast shoots out of her hand. It's this magical necrotic, actually no, force energy.
Hold
You
up the
just, like,
ring.
Hold up the ring.
No, you.
It's not on that finger. It's on this finger. And goes right back at her. And she hits herself, not with Hex, of course, but with the Eldritch Blast damage for as a calm 2. But still, all of a sudden that shocks her. That was not what she expected.
I'll throw
Oh,
a
that's
wink.
super weird.
A wink.
Yeah. So she spell turning worked out for you there. That's all she wrote in terms of movement and everything. So Calamite, it is your turn, and she is just dead exposed.
She is, but I'm gonna try to do something else here while all my friends are on this Minotaur. So I'm gonna come through here if I can. So 5, 10.
That whole
Yeah,
wall's big enough. You can just walk through.
Okay, 15. Am I in range?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to point my finger at the Minotaur and I'm going to say, hold. And I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Oh, snaps.
So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
It's my, I don't know, 7th one for the day.
It was meant to be. So he is now held.
The Minotaur barbarian who's raging is now held and completely pacified. And his rage is going to end up leaving him in next round if he fails again and doesn't do it. Well, we'll leave him next round anyway.
And so this is 15. So this is now, I come back out 20, 21, or 20, 25, 30. So I end up here. Bonus action, tentacle, trying to take out this last sentinel. Melee spell attack, reach.
The Cthulhu weapon.
Ooh, 7
That
probably
one
does not hit.
Does not hit.
Right. I'll take that turn.
That was nice. It is Fergal, who doesn't see anyone anymore. Oh, yeah, no, he sees Sigomo. No, he doesn't. Caesar. No, he doesn't. He sees no one. He rides around where he knew his friends were last. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Here he is. Okay, cool. He's now joined his friends. The final guardian is still on Caesar. Our final sentinel, I mean. Swings with a very sharp blade that you easily and confidently just step out of the way. I think it's short. No problem. You dodge it. And then the giant guardian, that's the stone golem thing that's covered in blue runes, kind of turns towards the golden haired Minotaur, who's now paralyzed, and raises its massive stone sword. Boom! Clearly with advantage. Oh, God.
Jesus.
Now I roll a 20?
It was a crit either way.
Matter.
It was a crit either way, but it's fitting.
It's fitting. It would have been a crit either way. You're right. So if you crit an already crit, is that an insta kill? I don't think it is. But crit card is going to be follow up. The attacker gets to make another attack.
Bye.
So first, it does. Hold on, let me find the stone golem thingy here. First, it'll do just a cool. What is that? 3d8. Plus 6, so 17. He's still raging still, so he does only take 8 from that crit. But obviously,
crit damage.
Huh?
Was that crit damage too?
Oh, it was not. He does another 3d8, of course, which is so an additional 7. Okay, now he's looking really beat up all of a sudden, and then the follow through backhand because of the crit that gave the extra attack. Also with advantage and also instant critical if he hits. But if he rolls a 20, that's just good night. It doesn't roll a 20, but he does roll a massive 10 plus whatever who knows what he has. It connects and crits again. And the barbarian just gets cleft in twain where he stands. And this time, rather than the arcane sort of become dust and part of the arena and then maybe reform or whatever, this time it is just guts and entrails everywhere as he kind of falls apart. And he's lying there bleeding out. And the barbarian is out.
That awkward moment.
The awkward moment where we're like, he's fine.
When you realize you're not coming back.
Yeah. That was horrific. And then it is going there. The red guardian is dead or gone.
I'm no longer concentrating.
Caesar, you are no longer concentrating. The whole person has done its work.
Okay. I'm going to run over here. And I'm going to Ray of Frost this thing because they save every time I try. So let's try this. Nope, I miss every time. I clearly am not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Well, you know, you're spending just a little too much time looking good while you do it. Like it's like,
I
Hadouken.
have +1. Does a 10 hit?
Oh, you do have +1. A 10 does hit.
Okay. This
Yeah, so the magical staff
carrying.
just saved your shot there.
Okay.
All right,
so
for 4 damage, that actually kills it. Because it was
Great.
super wounded. Boom! Not only does it disappear and become dust, unlike your barbarian friend, it drops also an item where it stood. Let's see what it is. It is a very icy looking sword, very smooth scimitar-like blade with a really cold sheen to it. Falls to the ground where this thing stood.
All right. I guess I will grab that.
Okay, you now have a frost brand scimitar, which you immediately picking it up, you're like, oh wow, I can just flick this around and not have any, and it's gonna be awesome. And also you just immediately feel this like cold, but at the same time comfortable energy around you to the point where fire just cannot touch you anymore.
I like that. We got storm and cold. I'm
yeah, you're
really liking this play.
The elements are your playthings now.
Okay, I'm gonna step around the tentacle because that's gross.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come over here, and I guess I will toss a. Do I have any more spell slots? I do. I'll cast a healing word at Calamite from my staff again.
From your staff, healing shock word.
Yeah, please don't electrocute him accidentally again.
What's the roll on it? And Karth, you're up next.
So yeah, I'm just gonna.
Okay, so Kala, you're at 15 now.
I got a really easy turn. I put away my axe and I pick up my shield and gun off the ground, and that's my turn.
What?
I'm putting away the axe and I have to pick up my gun and my shield.
Oh, so
action,
you don't.
action.
So you don't want to fire your gun and then do your shield next turn?
I can't. My gun is on the ground.
Well, if you drop your axe and pick up your gun.
Oh, I guess I can do that. I'll drop my axe, pick up my gun,
not the shield. Yeah, you can kind of do that next turn.
Yeah, I'll shoot it. I'll just shoot it.
It's military doctrine, man. The first most important thing is that you are able to shoot at your enemy. The second most important thing is that the enemy is not able to shoot at you. Cover is secondary. Laying down fire is primary. All right.
I'll shoot at the guy right in front of me then, in that case.
What? This guy?
This guy.
The priest.
Oh, this
Silstreak.
guy. So Silstreak doesn't have any concentration either because his friend died, so he's a little horrified. But yeah, you can shoot him. He has some cover though. But I believe 18. I don't think 18 is not going to hit. It's going to hit the cover. It kind of splints off the rocks right in front of his face. So that's that. You can also move, I guess, if you wanted.
Nope, I'll stay where I am.
He wants his stuff.
All my stuff.
You want your stuff, fair enough. Okay, so we have about 13 minutes left of play, 15 minutes.
Kitty.
But I think we have,
Or doggy. Doggy. The doggy.
Oh, Doggo.
Doggy's gonna dodge. No, Doggy can engage. Doggy will go up and engage him. Why not?
Okay, so Doggy rolls up and attacks.
No, just engages and dodges.
Okay, fair enough. We will hurry through to the next round, as it very clearly looks like you have the upper hand in this trial of the flaming sword. The Caesar's pleasers seem to be winning against the bastards. We will see what happens at the top of the round. This time the fountain spins up and a black bolt of lightning strikes from the top of the energy from the fountain randomly into the ground. This very destructive looking bolt. A 20 and an 11 is over here.
It's like on my head or so. Oh, okay.
No, 2011 is over here. Bam. It is almost Sugomo and almost Karth, but nothing happens. But like it hits and the sand just becomes glass and like fountains out. You're like, if you're anywhere near that, it would have been fairly significant. But it is.
Guys, let's get inside.
Golden Field is dead. There is no inside. There's just ruined walls.
Oh, great.
There's no ceiling or anything. Its Soul Streak is up. He decides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't make it quite here, so he throws down the same sort of shielding on himself instead of his friends this time, and charges in. 1, 2. Actually, he waits right here. 3. Oh, can Falcor? He does. Falcor gets up attacks, right?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No.
So he does charge in against the Guardian here. And then Tsugomo, your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is he flanked in any way? No.
He's not. But you definitely have a shot at him. Or a swing.
A swing. Well, the good thing about samurais is they give themselves advantage. So I'm gonna do that.
Yep. Yeah, no.
Bonus
Launch
action.
all the things. Do all the things. Full tilt.
I get 5 temp hit points back. There we go. And I will attack with advantage on this man.
That. Ooh.
16.
16 does not beat his Shield of Faithed heavy armor. He blocks it with it. Or it gets blocked by his energy and armor.
That's it then.
So that's your turn, probably. Priscilla comes through here. 1, 2, 3. Decides to use the cover to her advantage and just launches a shot at Tsugomo. Actually, no, at the big Guardian. She doesn't. Oh, nope. That's just whiffs it. Doesn't have any sort of hex. No, nothing. Calamite.
Well, it worked so well last time. Why not do the same thing? So first, I'm going to move my tentacle 60. So I don't know if I can really move it through all these things, so I won't attack with it this turn. I'll just move it.
That's 60.
But so, yeah, I would order of operations. First, I cast Hold Person on our paladin once again.
Oof.
This is my final spell slot.
All right.
Give me a Wisdom save. Fail it.
Fail it.
DC. Do you need my
Paladin
DC at all,
doesn't have
no?
his no
13.
No, 13. Yeah, he would have rolled a Paladins are strength and charisma, so he doesn't have the wisdom save. So he's gonna just get his wisdom, which is not +5.
So that's my action.
Yep, he's
then,
held.
Then it would be the moving the tentacle, which is that okay to attack with, even though
Damn
all those
you.
things? So he's
moved
paralyzed.
through. He moved through. Does the tentacle move 60 feet and then get to attack?
I'll tell you exactly what
Or is
the
it
wording
30 and then
is.
another 30?
As a bonus action turn, you can move the tentacle up to 30 feet and repeat the attack. Sorry. So
Okay, so you're actually down here still then.
yeah, halfway. All right, that's my
fine.
and then I'm gonna duck back just behind this cover because I don't need to be up there.
Yeah.
Cool. That's my turn.
Wait, did we do the Guardian this turn or no? We didn't.
No, Guardian's next.
Oh,
He goes
now.
after because I hold and then he goes.
For sure. The
Centaur goes and
Centaur goes 1, 2, 3, rides through 4, 5, fires off a shot at the Guardian. They're desperate to try to deal with this because they've guessed as much that if the Guardian isn't down, you don't respawn. If the Guardian is still up, you're not reformed. You're reforming, so they have to do that first. Here comes the shot at the Guardian. Nope, that was a miss. Either one of those would have been a miss. And he just sort of gallops past. Actually, no, he's right here. He doesn't get through the wall because he needs two moves to do that. The Guardian then again has a target right in front of him.
And then I don't think the target is no longer concentrating because he's incapacitated. So that should get rid of.
Oh, so he does not have. He's definitely incapacitated, which means you can't concentrate, which means he's no longer a Shield of Faith. And the Guardian with advantage is doing all the work here on the enemy team. Okay. 18 will absolutely hit for 3d8 plus 6.
It's a crit. He's held, right?
Oh, it's auto crit. He's
That's an
held?
auto crit.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's crit some more extra crit sauce on that, please. For 27,
You
33
wanted us to
damage.
wrap it up, so I figured,
Someone
Yeah.
tell Vince.
I appreciate the whole person wrap up. The paladin just gets absolutely sauced again, but doesn't disappear. His head and helmet is just now crushed in as he's now lifeless completely on the floor, on top of his fallen friend. Basically, you just made a pile of enemy corpses right there.
I've got a spear. You've got a tentacle. He's got a dog. This one is clearly Tsugomo's pet, and it's whooping butt.
Makes sense. Caesar.
Okay. Can I see through this thing?
Yeah. That's just some stuff on the floor. You're fine.
Okay. So I'd like to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here.
Yeah,
and
that thing's no longer there because that's over there now.
yeah, I would like to try out this storm rod, and I'd like to shoot a beam at her.
Okay, so straight through everyone. Here comes the beam. Go straight through all the building works, all the everything, straight through the walls. Shoots this beam of lightning. Give me a bunch of damage.
I don't know.
Thank you. 10 minutes are hard to stop. We are probably going to be seeing the end here. Give me, what is it? What is a lightning bolt? 8d6?
Oh, it's actually a lightning bolt. Okay.
Actually a lightning bolt.
I can do that.
D6.
29 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
So dex saves.
Well, first, just general saves. He fails. And what's the save on? Oh, I have to do the save on. What's your save?
13.
Okay. Yeah. So you said what? 20, 23?
29.
Yeah.
29.
20. It's okay. So he's almost completely dead. And she saves and is also still almost complete. Wait, 29?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So she's out, even with the save.
Then with my
yeah.
bonus action, I'd like to move my spiritual trident over and attack him.
Okay. Completely shocked, horrifyingly wounded by this, by the lightning bolt. There comes the shot. +1 to hit is not enough. You don't quite get the killing blow on him. But Karth might.
I take aim and I shoot.
Show the world what Caesar's pleasers can do.
Caesar's pleasers. Oh, crit sauce ended.
Did I really?
You crit.
Yep.
Well done.
He dodges the spiritual weapon only to take a bullet straight through the horse face. And as soon as he gets ended, before he even hits the ground, the same white blinding flash that surrounded you when you walked in to or got close enough to the massive burning sword surrounds you again. And whoosh, you are back right by where the flaming sword where you came in, and this time you're looking pretty good. Like you're not dead. You're not super deadly wounded or anything. You're looking good. But the other team on the other side, where same place they went in, are obviously completely defeated. And there's just this moment of, oh, that's not the music I want. Just this moment of awesome, of quiet as they sort of figure out what's going on. And then the whole crowd just roars as you are clearly the winners of this version of the Trials of the Flaming Sword.
Well done.
So yeah, well done, guys. Nice timing. I appreciate the timing. there's just the accolades and the flowers, and everyone's like, there's the horns to celebrate the victory. It's very grand and very arena-esque, very Coliseum.
Wow, they figured out we were here. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how they celebrate once they find out we won.
Yeah, exactly. You get a nod from the grizzled veteran, Templar Falgar and everyone, and you have made it. You've made it to what would probably be the next round of these trials for the tournament that's going on. But we will do that at some other point, possibly. So we'll just say farewell to all your wonderful viewers with a thank you to the sponsors. Let me pull that up real quick. Oh, that's in my chat, I believe. So yeah, March to Garricon is brought to you by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Thank you very much. The product giveaway in 10 minutes, that's still going on, right? The third giveaway is a Gaxmore digit. Oh, you just ended it. Never mind. Yeah, thank you, Death Saves, for all of our awesome shirts. But yeah, the product giveaway that you missed is a Gaxmore digital mega pack from Trollord Games, which you can still get if you didn't win. If you win, congratulations. If you didn't win, you can get it at the Trollords Games website or from the Drive-Thru RPG site as well. I'm Thor Knai. I'm an actor and a DM. I DM professionally as well, so you can find me at startplaying.games or any of my personal social media things, which is at Thor Knai anywhere. Kyle?
I am Kyle_Newman on Twitter and Instagram. And again, you can find
Plug it, because I think we lost the audio on it to begin with. So yes.
Where all good books are sold. The first official Dungeons & Dragons cookbook, 80 recipes loaded with lore. It's not just a cookbook, it's something else. And so you can check out our first book, Art and Arcana, which is available everywhere as well. That's a visual history of Dungeons & Dragons. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Gary Con.
Yeah. Thank you, Luke and Gary Con. Adam.
I'm Adam.
Anything to plug?
No, nothing to plug. I have no social media because I hate it.
Lies.
I have zero social media. I just play D&D.
Fair enough. But we all have me and Adam and Kyle and Heavy Dragon here and lads. We have a game coming out probably this summer at DenCon, so look for that. It's in the vein of what you've just seen in a board game format. George
Finn. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at George Finn. That's it. And then yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, of course, man. My pleasure. Josh.
Just happy to play with you guys. I wanted to give a shout out to Death Saves for the shirts. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thor.
So final word of note that might be funny to people. So I've run this one shot with another group of people, and they played as the Bastards. And the Bastards are, in order of appearance, Goldenfield was played by Tom Morello. So the Golden Barbarian. The Soul Streak was the half-elf paladin, was played by Vince Vaughn. We had Dan Wise playing Filgar, the centaur archer fighter. Kyle was actually in that. Kyle and George were also in that game playing as other characters, so we replaced them with the new ones. Yeah. But yeah, so the Bastards was actually another group that has gone through the same trials. So that was kind of a fun little nod to these guys who were in that group and played the same trial. But yeah, good times. All right, I think that's kind of it for us.
Thank you, Thor.
Thank you, Jimmy. So much, thank you, Jimmy, for producing, and of course, Luke, for having us.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for watching.
Everybody.